All right, I am live. I'm going to check Facebook and everywhere else. Go ahead, like the page. Share the live if you want to be read. All readings are free. Drop your comments in the chat or in the comments. Drop your question in the comments. Oh, I've had a long day today. All right, I'll wait for a few more people to join. Go ahead and share the live. I'm going to share the live and then we will get started. Welcome, welcome to those joining. Please like the page, share the live. It'll say share by your name and drop your question in the comments. I can go ahead and read you. All readings are free. All readings are free. Hey, Monique. Thanks for joining. I'm just sharing the live across a few groups here. Please share the live as well and drop your question or questions in the comments. Okay. Hey, Marie, thanks for joining. Please go ahead and share the live. I'll see share by your name and drop your question in the comments, please. Thank you for joining. Ruben, welcome. Thank you for joining. I see you are watching from YouTube. Please make sure to subscribe and share the live and drop your questions in the comments. We'll get started in just a minute here. All right, let me put my phone aside, get rid of the keyboard. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead and switch the view here so you can see the cards. Hey, Marie, thanks for tuning in. You're tuning in from the UK. Nice. Hey, Monique, we're about to get started. You were on first, so if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. All right, Marie, we'll go ahead. Oh, hey, Ruben, thanks for the subscribe. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Drop your questions in the comments. Marie, we'll go ahead and get started with you. You want to know what's coming in the next few weeks? I feel drawn to tell you because I went live in my group on Facebook. I'm a holistic coach and I bring in tarot. I bring in a number of different spirituality and manifestation tools into my coaching. And I feel like I should let you know if you happen to have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius in any of your big three. This lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse in Taurus that's taking place on October 28th is going to kind of wrap up the last roughly 2-year period for those of us that have these signs in our big three, because these last couple of years have been rough. So come October 28th, there's going to be a lot of celebrate. It's going to be our glow up. A lot of things are going to be moving rather quickly, especially for these individuals with these signs. And so for you, I see some what could be looked at as release work coming. And Monique, okay, I got you next with your question. Marie, I see the 10 of Cups here in reverse. It could be like I feel like you might be releasing something. Something may have kind of had your hopes up. Maybe you were kind of thinking this was some kind of maybe happy ending almost, or like you have reached a certain point with something, but it is in the reverse. And maybe you're feeling like you might have fooled yourself a little bit on that there, a little bit of illusion kind of energy, just because I'm seeing that mirrored again with the moon card here. The moon speaks to information, secrets, things that you're not fully aware of, finally coming forward, finally coming to light. With the Page of Pentacles here, there's an energy around a lot of learning. Okay. This is a less developed kind of energy sitting in the page, okay, level. So I'm thinking page, knights, queen, kings. There could be some learning here. Okay. Something, I feel like something just didn't quite take off the ground like you wanted it to, although you may have had some hope in that actually happening for you. I'm also seeing the Two of Swords here in the reverse. So you may feel, especially with whatever the moon may represent, what could be coming your way, that you don't know what to do with that. You don't know what's next. You have to make a decision. How do I make this decision? You might feel kind of blindsided, even literally with the blindfolding here in this card. You're going to have to connect to your emotion and your intuition to get the answer that you're seeking, okay? Or to get that internal guidance that it seems you're going to be open to. We've got the Fool here. I do see the beginning of something new. This is a more expansive energy. This is almost like taking a leap of faith and moving forward with something. We've got the Nine of Cups here in the reverse. So again, this is typically wish fulfillment. It's something that you desire. You want to get to it. You want to embrace it. You want to get your hands on it. What I'm not seeing here is a lot of heavy developed pentacle suit energy, okay, which is the 3D realm, the actual manifestation of our desires, things coming true, things that become more tangible in our hands. I see the Hermit here, so you might need to take a step back and try to really take in the bigger picture, okay, in your life and where you are, to see what you may be missing, if anything. And with the Four of Cups here, this may leave you in a bit of a meh kind of state, what I call meh state, more of like a little bit of apathy, kind of like it's not even that important. It doesn't even really matter. So take it easy with yourself. I see this is a very water, emotional, heavy kind of spread here, which means that there's so much of it that it comes across as a bit unbalanced. Okay. So grounding techniques might be really helpful for you. Okay. Like a centering, grounding kind of practice, okay, can help you get through this. I hope that was helpful, Marie. All right. Ruben, I'm not seeing your questions. If you have them, drop them. Put them in the comments. Okay, Monique, your turn. You want to know if this new relationship is possible for you? You're so welcome, Marie. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Appreciate it. Lots of hearts, guys. It helps the algorithm. It helps get my live out there, get more people read, get more uplifting, manifestation-focused tarot messages to people. It's what I'm here for. Monique, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 2 of Swords, Page of Swords in the reverse, 9 of Wands in the reverse. I'm reading this as mostly internalized energy. Things that you may be kind of sitting with, contemplating, thinking through. 10 of Pentacles, it seems like, and I know you read as well, so take what resonates, leave the rest for sure. You are probably thinking about that long game, that end stage, retirement, things like this. And then as it relates to this relationship, like a full development of that relationship, okay, in a very beautiful way, to include, maybe a family, or, the dog, like just everything, and something that, Ten of Pentacles for me definitely reads as like legacy, right? There's a lot of building that goes into that. So it looks like you're definitely seeking this kind of energy and growth with a partner. Hey, Gina. I'm seeing your question as well. Thanks for sharing. I'll get right with you. You're after Jody. Jody, you're after Monique. I'm reading Monique now, if I've got this right. Okay. Sorry, Monique, back to you. We've got the Two of Swords here, so you might have to connect with your intuition as well. Maybe possibly to even get the answer, okay? You probably already know the answer. You feel something. I do see that with the Page of Swords here in the reverse, is this like an online maybe connection, or you met online, or there's an online component to this connection, maybe the way you guys communicate? I just see like this could potentially meaning technology is involved. There's a Nine of Swords here as well. I'm sorry, correction, Nine of Wands. So maybe with the Page of Swords, it could also be communication-wise. Maybe it's not quite what it needs to be. It's not quite there. It's not what you want it to be, maybe. And that could be something that's making you kind of second guess this connection, potentially. You've got the Nine of Wands here. So you might be feeling tired of it already, or kind of like over it. Or maybe this has been your past experience. Maybe you're over relationships and things like that, but yet you're wanting to give it a try because you've got this Ten of Cups here. I'd say that. Oh, and I pulled another card here for clarification with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I see this as a lot of internalized energy, honestly. I think what you need to focus on is connecting, making sure you're connected to your emotions, because I'm not seeing cups here, besides the Ten of Cups. Like, it's just that one card. I'm seeing more of like, and I'm feeling more of like airy kind of energy around it, a lot of mental, a lot of thinking. You're saying he's in the UK. Okay, so long distance. Yeah, guys might be communicating online more, or with like technology, WhatsApp, stuff like that. But with the Nine of Pentacles, this is the energy of being alone, single. Is the energy of being okay though, and in a good place. You just want to make sure that you keep yourself in a good emotional place around this connection. Okay, I think again that Two of Swords is really calling out to me. Because there's a lot of mental kind of energy in this card, but the guidance within that card is to reconnect to your emotions, right, and your intuition. So I think what this spread as a whole is saying is you want to get that Ten of Cups, you want that Ten of Pentacles kind of energy with this connection, or if you want this in your life later on, right, or now at this time, I think you just really need to cultivate that Cups energy, that emotional energy. Yeah, you've got the Page of Pentacles here also in the reverse. So I always read pages as the early stages of something. And if they're in the reverse, I think they're even yet more underdeveloped. That's how I read those. And a lot of opportunity here. And again, all of this reverse for me, that's like totally what's inside. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're going through. Page of Pentacles. So learning, I think, yes, there's a possibility with the Page of Pentacles. I'm seeing two Pentacles now, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. There's some 3D, energy around this. I think there's potential here for sure. I'd say it's going to need some work. I think it's going to need some work on your, Moon in reverse, shadow work, internal work. A lot of water in this card as well. I read this as a very emotional sign, or emotional card. So I think maybe just cultivating more of that. Yeah. Really focusing on that, bringing more of that out of yourself, expressing more of that online. It's already an online connection. I'd say that you're going to have to share more of that emotional side of things. And I hope that that was helpful, Monique. All right, Gina. I'm sorry, it was Monique, Gina, Jody. Just taking a look at these comments, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Thanks for your patience, y'all. Okay. Gina from the UK. Awesome. Awesome. So what's coming for you in the next few weeks? You're welcome, Monique. You're so welcome. All right, Gina, I'm seeing the Hierophant, death or rebirth, however you prefer to look at that. The Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords in the reverse. So, I feel like it might be some love. It might be a love reading more than anything else. Something around that, something around a connection. Because I'm seeing a couple of major arcana cards, so there's some learning here. Ooh, I see a spammer. I haven't seen one of y'all in a while. Let me go ahead and block that person so they stop spamming. Okay. Sorry about that. So I'm seeing that this reading is starting with major arcana. So like this could be a time of learning for you. Okay. You've got the Six of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands. Jesus, Six of Wands in reverse. So you're probably not feeling very confident in this particular matter or situation that I'm like tapping into. Not feeling very victorious. Okay. Or not allowing yourself to. And with the Hierophant here, there's something around maybe a traditional, I'm getting, it could be a relationship, could be marriage, could be anything more. Hey, Rosella, thanks for joining. Please go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, first time on my channel. Thank you. Please subscribe, drop your question in the comments. I'll get right to you. So Gina, traditional ways of doing things is what I'm, picking up on. So like a marriage, a partnership, something that's a little bit more solidified, something that's a little bit more serious. And then there's death and rebirth. And a lot of times this speaks to, and because I'm seeing the Three of Swords right next to it and the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing like a quick, swift kind of, it's over kind of a thing, or some aspect of that situation or that connection, whatever it is that I'm picking up on, is coming to an end rather quickly, or it could have already ended. And it's a matter of recognizing that here with the Eight of Swords in reverse and allowing yourself to kind of make peace with that, to reconcile with it, to recognize that that's what's happening. Making sure you're not falling into like victimhood, making sure that it's not like, oh gosh, the sky is falling kind of an energy, making sure not to allow yourself to get sucked into that. Because whatever this is, it might be causing you a lot of anguish and grief here with that Three of Swords. Could be like heartbreaking. The Knight of Swords could also speak to your mental. You could be like, your mind could be racing around this. Okay. You might be a little bit impulsive. You might be acting now, thinking later kind of a thing. That could be read that way as well. I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles. I'm also seeing the High Priestess. So in the next few weeks, though, it's going to bring, and I'm also pulling another one here with the Wheel in reverse. I always like to look at the aces as like the potential, and not just the potential, but also the beginning, the new beginning. It's kind of like you run against the wall, you hit something hard, right? It kind of stops. You take a moment to regroup, and then you actually move forward. You move in a new direction. You start something new. Because the Three of Swords here, while there's heartbreak, anguish, that kind of thing, it's like there's a lot of like energy in the card, a lot of like trapped energy, a lot of like, it's like think about holding on to something for so long or so hard, and then all of a sudden it just comes out, right? And that burst of sudden energy outward a lot of times could bring new things in for us. And I'm seeing that kind of energy coming forward in the next, I say, 2 to 3 weeks or so. With the Ace of Pentacles, I'm going by the number of cards. Nothing's really standing out as an exact time, like an indicator of time. But I'd say over the next, through November, end of November at most, you could start stepping into like this more expansive, this new kind of like, aha, beautiful, like breakthrough kind of energy. And with the high priestess, you could find yourself very much in a place where you just know that everything is going to start working for you. You know, the high priestess is like the be all end all of women's energy. Okay. It's like the journey of a woman. It's a transformative card. It's just being very secure in your position. It's um, a very intuitive, you know, an emotional card, as I just said. A lot of times it means do nothing, actually, from a manifestation perspective, because you don't have to do anything. Your job is to rest within the divine feminine energy and to receive. Okay. So do nothing, allow things to come to you. Um, because that could help turn this around with the wheel. It is in the reverse. So underdeveloped energy, it could be further down the road when things are going to start turning for you. Okay. Because we want that wheel upright, but this could be indicative of that coming further down the road. Okay. I hope that that was helpful. Gina. Oh, thank you, Rosella, for my curls. They're a lot of work. Maintaining these curls is a lot of work, though. But thank you. I appreciate it. And you're so welcome, Gina. Hey, Rebecca, welcome. Thanks for sharing. I'll get to you in a few minutes. We've got a couple individuals before you. I'm reading Jody, and after Jody, I am reading Rosella. Okay. Oh, you love the way I read, Rosella? Thank you. And you're excited for yours? Awesome. So when will I receive my LVMH contract and relocate to France this year? Okay. You're saying we're curly hair sisters. You understand? Awesome. All right, Jody. Jody from Florida, welcome. So what do you see for me if you could possibly read me? All right. So general reading, Jody. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Jody. I appreciate it. Knight of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to shuffle again just to make sure that we're getting a clear reading. Jody. General reading for Jody. All right, 10 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Cups, King of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords. Yeah, these knights, these, swords rather, keep coming up, and you've got the Chariot. So it seems like you have a decision to make. Okay. You might already be in this situation currently. 10 of Wands, I'm seeing the completion of a cycle. You may not necessarily want to release this thing, whatever I'm tapping into. I'm going to pull another card around it. Yeah. You might be thinking about it, but you're kind of like apathetic about it almost. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't care. Why should I care? But I'm seeing this 6 of Cups. So there's some attachment to the past, possibly. Okay. Something you might be thinking of, something that keeps taking you back to the past. Like reminiscing kind of energy is what I'm picking up on. Could be related to somebody, some kind of connection, could be related to childhood memories, something that just takes you back. And I'm seeing Temperance in the reverse. So, I'm wondering if this is related to somebody that's watching over you, someone that's not physically here anymore. Oh, I am seeing, hold on, guys. I'm going to ban this person, this tarot destroyer, whatever that means. Yes, Rosella, I see the scammer. I went ahead and blocked that person. So Jody, I see that you said, or you just said yes. What are you saying yes to? Something that I said clearly, but what was it exactly? Thank you, Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca says she's awesome. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I'll get to you in just a moment. So Jody, I'm not seeing, you said yes to something, but I don't know what you said yes to. whatever this, yeah, that's what I was just saying, Jody, that I get the sense because the Six of Cups, like I'm feeling love, some kind of love there, some kind of connection, some kind of relationship past, a lot of thinking back to that. And then Temperance here in the reverse, I'm reading as someone that might not be here. That might be the energy that's coming forward. Okay. Um, yeah, whatever it is, I see that it tends to pull you back into that, and it might stop you from doing things, literally moving forward. Like, because the King of Swords here is in the reverse, it's a kind of like stationary. I read it as a stationary energy. It's a lot of thought, a lot of analysis, a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda, a lot of, it's fair. There isn't anything negative, okay, about this card necessarily, okay, but it's just someone that might be doing a lot more, thinking, and from a mature perspective, to a mature level, okay? This isn't, like I said, negative or anything like that. I'm going to scroll down, make sure I didn't miss any comments. Jody, you think he's your son's father? It's possible. I mean, with the Six of Cups, the imagery in this card in particular. So in the traditional imagery, oh, I don't know if you can see that. There's that child right there. In the traditional imagery, right, for Six of Cups, you've got a couple of kids in there. And it's, one is kind of like handing a bouquet of flowers to the other. But within this deck, you've got this father figure or this older gentleman. You've got this child figure too. You're saying that there was a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, that's exactly what I heard or felt. It's kind of hard to describe what comes through and how it comes through for me sometimes. But yeah, I don't feel like it allows you to really move forward here, but you do have to move forward. I'm going to bring this card up a little bit. That Chariot there, this is someone that is decisive. This is someone that's committed, and this is someone that's always moving. This is someone that's moving forward, okay? You've got the Chariot here, and these two horses represent, you could go either way, but it's like you are going, right? It's decision and then acting on that decision. You said he overdosed. I'm so sorry to hear that. I dare say that what this reading is suggesting with that Chariot is to make sure to move forward. I know that this is fairly recent, with it being 5 months and whatnot. Or are you saying that, oh, when your son was 5 months, so it could have happened a while ago? You said you don't want to move on because you still reminisce on that relationship and he was perfect for you. And that's valid. I'm sure he was. And it might be helpful to look at it as he brought something, right, into your life, and that you learned that his purpose in your life might be complete, his earthly purpose, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that you'll forget. We never forget our loved ones after they pass. We can still very much keep them in our heart, but on this earthly plane, there might be additional things that we need to move forward with, things that we need to make decisions on, things that we need to allow ourselves to experience, because we are here for our souls to evolve. Okay. So you said 8 years ago. It might be time with the Chariot to start taking steps forward. And that could be related to another oh, girl, I've been holding this card for a while. It's time to move on, baby. You got the Two of Cups. This, I feel like crying with you, Jody. I'm like, whew, this is coming in strong. Yeah. It's time to move on, baby. There's someone else for you. There's someone else for you. That Two of Cups is love. That's another soulmate. I believe that we have lots of soulmates, guys. For everyone that's watching. The different people in our lives, the different relationships in our lives, these could all be soulmates. Now, I'm not talking about twin flames. That's a different thing altogether. Okay? But Jody, there's someone for you. You see that? It's time to move on. I hope that that was helpful, Jody. You're saying this is on point. You legit made me cry. Yeah. That's the message that's coming through. That came in so strongly. I don't usually do deceased readings, I don't do those unless they come through very strongly. I like to, my readings are very future focused and what you need to get there. Because I'm a holistic coach, that's what I do. I help people bridge where they are to where they want to be in the future. So I do my readings from that direction, from that perspective. I don't do, past love readings like that usually unless it comes through really strong. This came through very strong. Very strong. Crystal, thanks for joining. Tabby, thanks for joining. Crystal, this is not a collective reading. Just drop your your questions rather in the comments, but please do share the live. I see that you're actually tuning in from YouTube, so please subscribe, share the live, and drop your questions in the comments. I read people as they come in. I read them in order. Jody, you are so thankful or welcome. I'm reading your comment. Thank you. Seriously, you're so welcome, Jody. You're so welcome. Thank you, Crystal. Okay, you're at the end of the line at the moment, but there aren't too many people in front of you. I've got 1, 2, 3, possibly if they drop questions. Okay. All right. So scrolling back, Rosella, you are next. After Rosella, Rebecca, you are next. Okay. So Rosella, you want to know when you will receive your LVMH contract and relocate to France. So if you want to know if this is going to take place this year, I don't know what LVMH contract means, and that's okay. You don't have to explain it. Let me see what's coming through in your reading. Just give me a second. Oh, that was a powerful reading, that last one. I can still feel that. Lord. All right. Rosella. Ace of Wands in the reverse, Strength. So I'm going to read the general energies surrounding you at this moment, okay? I'm going to do that first before we get into timing. So Ace of Wands. So a lot of major, these are 4 major arcana cards. There is so much happening in your life right now. So this is good. It isn't anything to be afraid of, but these kinds of energies tend to hang out and stick around longer, okay? These are life learnings and lessons as opposed to just energies that kind of, flow and change from day to day. Well, with the exception of the Ace of Wands, I'm talking about these 3 here, that being Strength, Lovers in reverse, the Star in reverse. So I'm seeing that you want to make change, okay? The Star is such a beautiful card. I'll start from right to left this time around as opposed to left to right, but you want to make a decision. You want to move forward because I think that this opportunity brings you some sort of like starting over almost kind of energy. Or just at least reinventing yourself. It's like a rejuvenation. It's like a refreshment. It's like and I'd say that to answer your question with the Strength card here, Strength speaks to, it's a very feminine energy, believe it or not. This isn't like a physical strength. This is the kind of strength of, it's more like allowing yourself to flow with things. From a manifestation perspective, it's a card of stepping back and allowing things to come to you. So the message that I keep hearing for you is let it go. Not that you don't want it. You can certainly think about it, but you have to focus on the emotional aspect behind what this transfer, this change is going to bring you. Don't focus on the how or the when. I keep saying that to people. Focus on your emotional state, because that's what's going to bring it to you even faster. That's what's going to allow it to manifest. The Strength card, like I was just saying, it's a very feminine energy, and it is an energy of receiving. It's an energy of allowing, okay? It's allowing things to happen. It's allowing the provider, the divine masculine, so to speak, to hand it over to you, to bring it into your experience. Not saying this is necessarily a person, okay? But the universe can step in as that, okay? In that it provides for us. It's a more of a kind of relax, Focus on the Ace of Wands. This is the card that's in the reverse. I'm reading this one here as an underdeveloped energy. The Ace of Wands, we want it upright. The Ace of Wands would be the breakthrough moment. It'll be like, yes, it'll be the beginning of something new. It's the beginning of a new cycle. With the Ace of Wands, Wands specifically speaks to work, okay? It also speaks to creativity, passion, drive, but it speaks to what we can create with our work, through our work, with our hands, all right? But that's an underdeveloped energy. So I'd say, is it coming? Yes, but it could be a little delayed. I don't know if it's going to come this year, because ultimately I see 3 cards in the reverse. I'm looking at that as potential delays. And the one that's upright at the heart of the matter, what this is really telling me is that you need to tap into and cultivate more of that receiving energy. The receiving energy is an expansive, it's an expanding, it's a growing energy, but you need to allow yourself to receive that first. So what that means is, how do you do that? It's probably your question. And I get some comments are coming in. Give me one quick second. That might be you. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. You're saying that it's accompanied. Okay, hold on. You feel a lot of changes coming in very fast. Yeah, so this is how I'm reading this, okay? How do you allow something in? I like to talk about burgers. Follow me here. You go to McDonald's or whatever fast food chain is available in your country. You place an order. You tell them exactly how you want it. You're not worried about how they're making it. You're not worried about like when you're going to get it exactly. You already know that you're there and that it's coming. Like, you are absolutely convinced that this burger is coming. Obviously, you place the order, right? And then you can kind of let it go in that sense, like let go of that attachment to it. So you kind of have to approach this contract as with that energy. Yes, you want it. Yes, you desire it. And how do you actually let it go? There's a couple ways of doing that. One, you want to feel that you're deserving and worthy of receiving it. Like, it's already yours, and you have to live in that knowing. And it's also helpful to seek out evidence of it actually coming your way. Think of synchronicities. Think of, I don't know, some communication or something that says this is in processing. It could be a couple of different things, but just allow it to, come through. Like, you have to believe that it's happening, but you can't necessarily be so attached to the when, if you truly want to manifest this into your experience, okay? Because that Ace of Swords is reversed. But these two here right next to each other, I do see that you want this to come through. It seems like you're wanting to take it, that you will in fact move forward with it, and that it will bring you these opportunities for like kind of, I almost hear like reinvention, like change, the change that comes with reinvention, like giving yourself the opportunity to like just a restart, like a reset. With that said, let me pull some more cards. Knight of Swords, it is coming. The Hierophant, a contract is coming. Hierophant, okay? People say, oh, that's the marriage card. Yes, it's more than a marriage card. There's a contract in marriage, okay? It's the contract card. It's like the traditional way of doing things. It's like the cementing of something. So no, it's coming. It's happening. With the Knight of Swords, it's making its way. It'll come faster than you think it will, okay? I see 10 of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. That's the first card that I'm seeing here with some kind of number. I usually go with, well, Major Arcana has numbers too, but I typically go with court cards, okay? Or cards of the suite, or the suit, I should say, with numbers. Let's get some clarity around that 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. 9 weeks. That's not this year. Is that this year? It could also be springtime. So let's see. We're at the end of October 24th. Yeah, we don't have that much. So yeah, not this year, like I said. Yeah, 2024, early 2024. That's what I'm getting from the reading as to when this is happening or when it could happen. It'll happen soon. It'll definitely happen. The Hierophant's there. There's a contract involved. It's happening, Rosella. I hope that that's very helpful for you. And let me scroll back some. Rebecca, you are next. and followed by Betsaida. Betsaida, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Please share the live. Share the live first. And drop any questions in the comments if you have questions. And Crystal, then followed by Tabby. Followed by Shelly, if you have questions. Oh, followed by Chris, I'm sorry. Then Shelly, then Haley. Yes, Haley, welcome. You can definitely have a reading. Please share the live and drop your question in the comments. Tabby, thank you for following. If you have a question, I don't think I saw anything come in for you yet. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. And same for you, Chris. Hi, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Please share the live, like the page, White Table Tarot, and drop your questions in the comments. All right, Rebecca. I just scrolled past your question, Rebecca. Give me a second. Okay, will Dawn get divorced, or are you going to get hurt? Okay, let's look into that. I'm going to pull cards for you and your energy. I do see 10 of Swords. I see Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm going to pull cards for her. I see the 2 of Wands and I see the 2 of Pentacles. She's still thinking it through. She's still deciding. She's got 2 and 2. This is directly related to her partnership, to her husband, okay? She's got 2 of Pentacles here in the reverse, and she's got 2 of Wands in the reverse. I mean, that's like a double whammy. Very internalized energy. Very much about thinking, planning. The 2 of Pentacles, she's comparing, sides, if you will, like pros and cons, okay? And the 2 of Pentacles is a bit of like a tumultuous card, emotionally speaking, okay? Just because in the original symbolism of the Rider-Waite, you may recall that there's a lot of choppy waters and stuff behind the 2 of Pentacles, behind the guy that's juggling, right? So she's still very much in decision mode. She's trying to figure it out. She might be working on it, though, with the Wands and with the Pentacles. Whatever it is, she's already started taking action on it. So this isn't some kind of mental thinking it through so much as she may have already made a decision and she could be moving forward with that. But it's at least emotionally speaking and inside of herself, she's already moved forward one way or another. Okay. I'm not seeing the kind of cards here. Then I'll pull another one. Yeah, Ace of Wands. She's very much focused on self. Okay. With majority Wand energy, she's seeking like solutions through the actual action taking part of it. Okay. So she might have things pending and she needs to actually action them out. And she's very much still figuring that out. But it looks like she's already started or she will start soon. It's the feeling is I'm feeling like I'm being pulled. So she's being pulled. She's already started the action taking, whatever action she has decided on. I'm not seeing what she decided on. On your end, with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups in the reverse, you have to do a lot of internal work. You have to do a lot of self-love kind of work. You have to pour into yourself. That's what the Ace of Cups is. You're saying your head is messed up right now. You're saying you feel like you need to pull away from her, that you crossed that line. Rebecca, I would say that you are spot on and that you need to pull away from this a little bit with the Ace of Cups here in the reverse. Okay, this is like a clear, you can't misread this. Like you have to pour into yourself. You have to focus on yourself. That 10 of Swords, this relationship, this connection, it's keeping you up at night. You're probably anxious. You're thinking too much about this. You're thinking too much about what's going on. All right. Like this 10 of Swords kind of energy, there's like a lot of like mental, it's like something like kind of keep going, spinning and spinning around and around in your head. This is not going to serve you. You might feel like you're in a very, the Ten of Swords, it's literally that darkest hour before the dawn. Okay. So it's kind of like the lowest point, if you will, before things start to turn around, before things kick in for you. So you have to do a lot of that self-love work. You have to focus on yourself. I'd say go ahead and withdraw a little bit because she's still very much going through her process. Okay. You're saying, yep. Yeah. I hope that that was helpful, Rebecca. Okay. Crystal's next. Crystal, my name's Crystal too. You want to know, what does Ken want from you? And then Tabby, you're up after that. Then Haley. Then Shelly. Then Sarah. All right. So I want to try to read a little bit more quickly here. Crystal. What does Ken want in your life? Or what does Ken want from you? All right, Crystal, let's take a look at that. You're so welcome, Rebecca. Clara, thanks for joining. Please like, subscribe, share the live, drop your questions in the comments. Sarah, please make sure you're sharing the live. Haley, thank you for sharing. I'll get to you in just a moment. Chris, I haven't heard from you. I don't know if you're still on or not. Tabby, you're up next. Crystal, what does Ken want? Okay. So I'm going to tell you right now, I see that, yeah, you're very confused, okay, with that Eight of Swords, the King of Cups here in the reverse. You're feeling like this person, I don't know, I feel like maybe there's like a back and forth almost, like a, hot, cold kind of a thing, or he's not emotionally immature, okay? He's just slow moving, like really slow. He likes to think. This guy might be an earth sign, honestly, because with the Knight of Pentacles here in the reverse, you can't get no slower than that. And the Judgment card in reverse, confirming that he's the type of person who likes to think things through. He's evaluating things. He's thinking through things. We've got the Two of Wands. I mean, he's planning. He may, with the number two, speaking not just to connections and relationships, but also it's a smaller number on the 1 to 10 scale, if you will. It's like I've always read it as like the beginning of something very early, kind of an energy. With the Two of Wands, it's a planning card. It's a planning. I'm seeing literally slow moving, planning and evaluating, thinking. Hey Danya, thank you for joining. Make sure to subscribe and share, please. And Crystal, let me know if that's resonating. You have to make decisions. I think you got the Chariot here in the reverse. I don't know if you're thinking stay in or go, or pay him mind or not pay him mind. Like for you, I think you're kind of hanging in there and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting for something. He's just a slow moving person. Ken is a slow moving person. I've also pulled Justice in the reverse here. So yeah, he's just, if he's not an earth sign, he could be like a Libra. He could just be somebody who likes to think, just an intelligent person. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. He likes to think, likes to evaluate things. He's careful before he makes moves. He's careful before he decides things and moves forward on them. Simple as that. I'm not seeing anything else, like no kind of distractions, no kind of like negative things about this person or his energy necessarily. He's just a slower moving person. So you, with the Chariot here in the reverse, I think that you are kind of sitting around a little bit and not wanting to make decisions, or slower to like make decisions yourself because you're kind of feeding and tapping into his energy. I don't know if that's where you want to be. Hey, Amanda, thanks for joining. Danya, absolutely, you can ask a question. Please like, subscribe, and ask your question. Drop it in the comments, please. I read from StreamYard software, so I get comments coming in from Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Amanda, yes, please share the live and drop your questions. So can I please get a card? Yes, I can definitely give you a general reading. You are at the end of the line, however. I need to scroll back a little bit. Crystal, I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Tabby. Tabby, you're next. Tabby, it doesn't look like you dropped a question, though. I'm not seeing anything. You're saying, what can I do? About what? Okay, you shared it to a friend. I got you. All right, Tabby, I'm not really seeing a question. So I'm going to move on to the next person. Go ahead and drop your question in the comments, Tabby, if you're still on. Shelly. Thank you, dear. I believe you shared. Will your promotion follow up at your current employer? I already know that's a yes. The answer is yes. And it's because you're putting in that work. It's because you know what you're doing. It's because you're the best at what you do. I'm absolutely confident of that. I heard that so clear and so loud. Absolutely, you're getting it. I'll go ahead and pull some cards for you anyway, but it's just for confirmation because I already know. I already know. Yeah, Ace of Swords, girl. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for some kind of communication or something? I think you already applied for the job. You're waiting for that offer. You're waiting for something. I don't know what you're waiting for, but absolutely the answer is yes. You got the Wheel of Fortune upright. It's the beginning of a new cycle, okay? You got the job. You got the promotion. But I already knew that before I pulled any cards. Girl, I know you're laughing. I see your little smiley face, laughing face. Like, as soon as I read your question, I got the answer. But you got the Ace of Swords. You got the Wheel. The answer is yes. You're waiting on a communication. You're waiting on the offer. It's coming. You got this, Shelly. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your question, dear. I wish you the best. All right, Haley. You want to know if you could have a reading? Absolutely. I'm not seeing your question, Haley. Let me scroll. Hold on. Yeah. Will Chris and I get back together, or will it be someone else? Like someone else for him or someone else for you, Haley? Let me go ahead and take a look at the energies that surround you and the energies that surround Chris. And then I'll take a look at the energies for the connection itself. And Sarah, you're next. All right, Haley, I'm seeing you. Thank you for the clarification. It's for you. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So this thing's definitely over. You feel it's over. On your end, what I'm seeing is I do feel like you're still waiting on a communication though, or a breakthrough moment, or maybe you're waiting for some kind of aha moment, something, some sign, something around this connection, or possibly a future connection like you just asked. But I am seeing that energy here. It's something that's preoccupying your mind. I'm seeing the Ten of Swords. So yes, you're in a uncomfortable, very, I'm not going to say dramatic, but it's just like it's a very intense place, okay, emotionally. And it, whatever it is, it's on your mind. It's on your mind heavy. I see the Four of Swords. The guidance for you here is to get some rest. Get a lot of rest. Get physical rest. Potentially connect with any spiritual practices you may have as well. okay? Because you are heartbroken. You need to get back. See that card right there? You need to get yourself back into that that nest, okay? You have to take care of yourself. You have to rest. 7 of Cups in reverse. Seems like you're hesitant to make decisions. Yes, clarified with the 2 of Swords here right next to it. You're definitely hesitant to make decisions. You have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I'd say that for now, there is no new connection, okay? Or the manifestation of a new connection, not right away, okay? This is an underdeveloped energy, and it's also in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles here. So it's not the time for you to get involved with somebody right now, not even with your ex. That's the guidance. That's the reading for you. Now, around this person, around the ex, I'm seeing the Hangman. I'm seeing the Star. I'm also seeing 5 of Swords. It seems like this relationship, this connection is bringing him some major life lessons with that major arcana, 2 major arcanas, and 1 minor arcana here. So majority major. I'm going to pull another card around this. Yeah, he's thinking about you. He's definitely reminiscing on the past. It's also giving him like a lot of headaches, a lot of mental, kind of energy stuff happening here. With the 5 of Swords, he feels very stuck. He doesn't know where to go necessarily. He's not here nor there. He's just like in this state of like limbo almost. And he's definitely thinking about you. That's for sure. With the Hangman here and the Star, he's looking at this from all different directions. I think a lot of men tend to be more analytical than women. This is just generally speaking. Okay, guys? Tarot is genderless. But in this case, he's trying to look at it from different angles, different perspectives, okay? And he's got the Star. He's wanting to reinvent himself. He's wanting to change. He's wanting to open up. He's wanting to renew, rejuvenate himself. That's the energy he will eventually embody, okay? Because that's the life lessons for him to learn through this connection, through what happened in this relationship. But he's kind of stuck here, if you will, between that 5 of Swords and that 6 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, he's got the 8 of Cups also in the reverse. This is a card of discernment. This is a card of moving on. He's going to move on. Okay. This is not the time for you to reconnect with him or to try to rekindle with him. And I don't see it happening at all, because he's going to come to his own conclusions with that 8 of Cups. He's going to move on. He's going to move forward. All right. And right now, like I said, I'm not seeing anything coming in for you. I do see the King of Cups here in the reverse. For me, that's a no. That's an underdeveloped energy. Okay. The King of Cups is what you deserve. This is someone that is very mature emotionally. Okay. This is a well-balanced, charming, loving, generous, emotionally generous man. That's what you deserve. But he's in the reverse. I'm not seeing it happening right away. I hope that was helpful, Haley. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Sarah, you are next. You want to know when you're going to have a stable job. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. Thank you for the love and light. Also love and light for you as well. Sarah. Oh, hold on. I got like a spammer. Hold on. I need to block this person. You're so welcome, Haley. Thank you. Sorry for those spammers, y'all. There's really nothing I could do about it except keep blocking them. Amanda, thanks for tuning in. You want a general reading and a share. Thank you so much. I've got 2, I think, in front of you. So just hang in with me. Sarah, going back to what you were saying, I'm sorry. You have a stable, or when you will have a stable job, right? Okay. All right, Sarah, let's take a look at what's going on here for you. So Sarah, you got to be patient. At the heart of the matter, you have to be patient, okay? There's something that you're going through, that you're learning from. With the Temperance here, this is major arcana. There's something about balance that is ringing in my ear, okay? Yeah, it will come, okay, with the Fool. I'll try to get some timing around that in a little bit, but there's some work that you have to do before you get there, okay? With the 3 of Wands, you have to be open to travel. You have to be open to the possibility of like movement of some kind, even if it's not travel. I don't know. I heard international for a split second there, but it could also, yeah, balance. Like I just said, Six of Pentacles. I pulled that extra card here. I'll just set that one there. Maybe you travel too much currently, or you're like maybe soliciting jobs that might be too far from you. You know, if you have to be open to the energy of some kind of movement here. And I do see that you're actively taking steps. You're doing, it seems like you're doing what you need to do to manifest to get a job. Okay. But I'm not seeing a lot of pentacle energy here, with the exception of that Six of Pentacles. There's some kind of balance or something that you need to bring, whether in your process or whether the kind of job that you're seeking or the kind of job that you had before that could be the reason for why you may be unemployed at the moment. If you didn't balance, if you were overly focused on work, for example, in the past, you could have manifested this period of non-employment so you can focus on other things, focus on self, for example. Okay. But I'm hearing there's also potential for like some movement there, maybe travel potentially. Five of Cups as well. It could be another 5 months, up to 5 months. What I'm hearing is that you may be focusing on what's not working, and you may be focusing so much on not having the employment that you could be bringing that into your experience over and over and over and over again, as opposed to focusing on what is working, focusing on those blessings, focusing on how the universe may be providing for you in different ways. For example, I see the Page of Cups here in the reverse. So you've got to allow things to come in. The Page of Cups is about really embracing, it's about allowing the sweetness of life, if you will, you know, those little surprises and things to actually happen. You know, it's like a lighthearted kind of energy and a lighthearted approach that you may need to take towards your employment search. Okay. I think that you could be going through a very tough time, you know, definitely wanting to acknowledge that. If you are, with the Three of Swords here, it could be a difficult time emotionally, spiritually, you know, mentally. But with the Seven of Pentacles here, it seems like you've already planted the seeds. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier, you've taken the actions. You have to let things happen. You have to tend to that garden, and you have to be patient. You have to be patient for the results here with that Seven of Pentacles. But it is coming. I'm seeing cups here, you know, or number 5. I'm seeing number 7. I'm seeing number 6. So a lot of repetition of that kind of 5 to 7. All right. From a numerology perspective, 5 is kind of like that more stuck kind of energy, being neither here nor there. But 6 is a more harmonious place. Okay. And then 7 is the number of like spirituality, kind of like experiencing new things. I'm not going to go too deep into numerology, but I'm seeing progression here. I am seeing some level of growth. All right. I'm taking that as a time indicator in this reading. I'm hoping that I know that could sound kind of like a long time. Hold on. I think I have another spammer. Let me block them. Hey, Kenna, welcome. Go ahead and share this live, please, and drop your questions in the comments. I'm going to pull, yeah, here's another 7. So I'm seeing like some repetition in the numbers. And if not number of months, you know, the suits also speak to seasons. So cups in this sense is summer. Okay. Sometime between winter potentially, but I'm feeling more summer. I get more summer-ish, like 5 months-ish, something like that. Could be a little bit before summer, but by summer you should definitely have something. Yeah. And you're going to be in a good place. Okay. After having gone through this process, that final card is a 9 of Pentacles card. So you are going to find like your financial footing. Okay. I get the sense you're going to be okay. You've got this Ace of Pentacles here in the reverse. So I always read these cards towards the end as things to come. So it is coming. I do see employment for you. It could take a little bit longer. From a manifestation perspective, if you want to kind of quicken this, you have to, as difficult as it may sound, kind of fall in love with the process, fall in love with what you're going through. And you have to really believe and latch on to the idea, the conviction that everything that is happening for you. Okay. It's going to put you in a much more neutral state and allow you, okay, to kind of relax a little bit and allow things to happen. Again, thinking about that Page of Cups energy, allowing kind of like that more playful almost kind of energy and mindset around the possibilities. Spend some time imagining, because the Page of Cups, I'll bring this card up here. You can see he's like looking up, his feet are over here, pigs flying. You know, the imagery is all about allowing yourself to get into an imaginary kind of state. Don't know how much you know about manifestation, but it all starts with visualization. It all starts with how you feel around that visualization as well. All right. So you kind of have to play in the realm of possibility, and you have to allow yourself to fall in love with the process. It looks like you've already taken the steps necessary to gain employment. All right. And at the end of the day, you know you're going to be in a good place here with that Nine of Pentacles. So sit and rest and relax. Allow yourself to relax in that knowing, and that this is a transient period here. A lot of minor arcana. So things are going to be happening and moving, but it's all working for you. Okay. So I'm hoping that that's helpful for you. As for time frame, summer, 5 months, that's what I picked up on. Okay. I hope that that was helpful. Kenna, welcome. Please share the live and drop your questions. So your question is, okay, I see your question. Thank you. Sadaf, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. You're new here. Welcome. Please like the page, share the live, and drop your question in the comments. Roxanne, these are individual questions. I'm getting the people as they come in and in order. So this is not for any particular sign. Please share the live. Welcome, and drop your question in the comments. Thank you, Kenna, for sharing. I'm going to get to you as soon as I can. Let me scroll back. I think I have 3 in front of you. So I'm going to try to speed things up, be a little faster. Clara, reading question, naked fall. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry, Clara. Clara, please drop your question in the comments. Okay. Danya, you're next. Does the person on your mind like you? All right, let's take a look at that. And then Amanda, you are next. You say you've been facing a lot lately and feeling lost. Okay, we'll get to you in just a moment. Danya, does the person on your mind like you? I'd say yes. You've got the 3 of Pentacles. There's potential. Oh yeah, girl. Yes, this person likes you. Okay, so 3 of Pentacles. All right. There's potential for growth in this connection. Okay, this person might be a friend, or you might have mutual friends. Okay, you may have heard good things about him or this person or whatever, her through your friends. You know, I just feel like there might be other parties involved, but in a neutral way, you know, a positive way, even not like any kind of negativity. Ace of Cups, there's beginning there of something new. This person, to answer your question, yes, this person likes you. You've got the 9 of Wands. So this person's going to make you feel at ease, and you can kind of release any like past negativity or any like heavy kind of burden kind of feelings. Like this person, I feel this connection is going to help you feel at ease. I hope that that was helpful. All right, Amanda, you're next. You've been facing a lot lately and feeling lost. Okay, so I'm assuming that you want a general reading, so we're going to move forward with that. Let me scroll through the comments here. Yay. Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes. You want a general reading? You're so welcome, Dania. Roxanne, no question. Thank you so much. Just come across, love the table. Thank you. Thank you, Roxanne. Okay, start off, I'm seeing your question. Yes, you're definitely added to the list already. Just 1 second. Amanda, okay. Are you, I don't know, I get the feeling that you're a busy woman, Amanda, or you just have a lot going on, maybe a lot for you. Oh, this one needed to come out and be read. Okay, you have to let go of things. It could be work related. I get the sense it might be work related. It could be things happening at work. It could be things happening in your life. Real things. I'm not talking about so much about how you feel about things, but actual situations, things that have occurred that may have impacted you in a very like real 3D even way. Okay, so something that impacted your finances, for example, or something that impacted. It's more than just emotional here. Okay, and you could be a busy person, and you could be taking steps to try to reconnect with your spirituality. Even I'm hearing. Okay. Um, You could be doing a lot of work, spiritual work, workings, candle work, things like that too. But yeah, there's a lot of tension, it feels like things that you need to let go of. Like you're not in control, you know, of every little single thing. You can't micromanage things, okay? You have to learn some of it might be like strategies around how to do that better for yourself. Okay, with the Page of Wands here in the reverse and the Page of Pentacles also in the reverse, all of there's just so many reversals here. I'm reading that as internalized energy. Okay, the things that you could be going through, experiencing, feeling into, and these are nothing here is going to last forever. Okay, these are minor arcana, so these are going to be all things giving more minor situations that will be resolved or will resolve on their own. When there's literally just the one card upright in a spread, I tend to read that as the message or the guidance or what you really need to focus on. And that's the Page of Cups. It's an imaginary kind of very um, lighthearted, positive. It's kind of like pie in the sky, almost a little bit thinking. It's imaginative in that sense, like around your manifestation. What is it that you actually desire for yourself? And really try to visualize that and really try to like attach yourself to that, clasp onto that and how it makes you feel. Okay. Because it feels like some of these other things could be tying you down. Is this related to a person at all? Because I just pulled the Knight of Cups. You're trying to make everyone happy, Amanda. Okay. You can't seem to make the one person you're trying to make happy. Yeah, that might be what this is about here, because I just pulled this Knight of Cups placed under that Page of Cups. This person might be sweet, charming. This person might be even like artsy a little bit or something like that, or bring that kind of element or that quality into either the connection or your experience around this person. And you've got the Six of Cups as well. So I have a feeling that this could be a bit of like a soulmate type connection, or just somebody that you're meant to learn from through this relationship or this connection. But the Four of Wands is in the reverse. Someone here might be desiring a little bit more foundation and stability within that connection. And then you've got the Knight of Swords here also in the reverse. So I get the feeling that you may be, I feel like this is more about you, actually. This Knight of Swords energy, you might be doing a lot of thinking and, being rational, analysis, being fair, trying to like really look at things and see what else could be done, what other actions you could take potentially. And that's not necessarily the kind of energy you want to be in. Okay. Especially if you're wanting to receive. Like, there's only but so much doing that you can do. There's only but so much action you can take before it starts to really work against you, if that makes sense. Okay. Because if you want to cultivate that more expansive energy, that more relaxed energy, that receiving energy, you're going to want to tap into that divine feminine. And you can't take action. That's not what it's about. Okay. So if that's the direction that you want to be, in a more kind of relaxed state, in a more receiving, more abundant, expanding, right, kind of state, then you have to stop taking those actions. You have to allow yourself to receive. Okay. You're not meant to make other people's happy. You're meant to make yourself happy. Got the Seven of Pentacles here also in the reverse. So I can see how there might be some impatience maybe on your side, okay, with how things are going for you at times. With the Four of Cups here, it could be leaving you feeling kind of apathetic, kind of like, whatever, it might even pull you into a direction where you're feeling so overspent that you feel like you don't care. This is not a good thing. Look, Queen of Cups, love yourself, work on yourself. Please yourself. Do for yourself. Prioritize yourself. This is very much the essence of self. Self first. Okay, Amanda, you're saying you've been together 23 years, almost 24, and you were 17. You were very young. This is the energy of self. Queen of Cups is all about self. You need to put yourself on the pedestal. Put yourself on the pedestal. Your internal condition is going to dictate your external experience. You put yourself on the pedestal and you will see that others will put you on the pedestal too. Worship yourself, you're going to see others worshiping you. You know what I mean? Like, this is the essence of self. I hope you find that helpful. That's what I keep hearing. It's just like, focus on yourself. You don't even know how. Amanda, you need to join my group. Go ahead and join my group. The link is in the description. I'm going to take a drink, y'all. I've been on for an hour and 15 minutes already. Amanda, join my group. The Unstoppable Woman Abundance Code. Okay? It's a free group. I post in there at least five times a week. All kinds of goodies around manifestation. Okay? I am a holistic coach. This is what I do. I see Sada. You're going to have to send me a voice note, please, dear. I want to make sure that I get people's names right. That's so important to me. You join my group. Awesome. I will make sure to approve it as soon as I check on the group tonight. Okay. I'm going to scroll back on these comments, make sure I don't miss anyone. Who is next? Kenna, it's your turn. Okay, you feel you have met your twin flame and soulmate, but the connection is very hot and cold. Your question is it a lasting connection? So is it twin flame or is it soulmate? All right, well, let's ask the cards about this connection. Kenna and her connection. All right, so I'll tell you what I'm seeing. Your energies, this person's energy is the energy of the connection, okay? So as it relates to your manifestation, and I do feel that this is very much a love focus, okay? I'm seeing a King of Pentacles. I'm seeing a Queen of Pentacles. You want your divine match, okay? You certainly want that. That's what you're vibrating at. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse, so it probably indicates that you might still feel single. You know what I mean? Like, these two should be facing each other, if that makes sense, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, however, is in the reverse. So why do you feel single? Or maybe you have been single for some time. The Queen of Pentacles can sometimes even be like a single mom kind of energy. Nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. It's a very strong queen, okay? This is like get shit done queen. Like, they take care of themselves. Could also be an earth sign, okay? But you might feel a little single. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. I'm going to pull a clarification card. Seven of Swords. You've been betrayed before. Maybe you're still hurt emotionally a bit as a result of that. On his end, Ace of Cups in the reverse, Page of Cups, and the King of Wands in the reverse. So this person might be working on self or has done a lot of work on himself for sure. With the Page of Cups, kind of thinking towards the future, but it's a very small energy. Okay, with the Page, it's not like it's the King of Cups. I do believe that this relationship has the potential to get there for sure. And with the King of Wands, I feel like he's embodying like spirituality. He could be like a passionate creative type or have some of that in his chart even. This is somebody that could be like very, very good. You know what I mean? Physically. I felt a little, I was like, okay. Maybe you've already, had that intimacy with him, and scrolling through the comments real quick. I'm sorry, I saw something pop up. Like, or it could be someone that you're going to feel good with. You're going to feel comfortable with. There's like a sexiness in there. with this person. At least this is, I think, what he embodies or what he brings, part of what he brings to the table, so to speak. Um, you're saying it's hot and cold. I'm thinking he may not see it that way because for him it might be more of that internal work. Like this is what he's doing. He's focusing on himself. You know, he did a lot of that work. He might still be doing a lot of that work. He's thinking, but that Page of Cups is an underdeveloped energy. Like he's not there yet, if that makes sense. And with the King of Wands in the reverse too, you know, the King of Wands is the most spiritual king. Okay. I have a feeling that he's into that. He's into spirituality. He's just not there yet. You know, that at the heart of the matter here, the center card, like Page of Cups, you know, he's a charming guy. He's, you know, probably sweet, you know. There's nothing wrong with him. Like I'm not seeing anything negative here. I'm not picking up. I'm not feeling anything negative around him at all. He's just not there yet. With the Page of Cups, you know, it should be like the King of Cups should be here upright, but it's not. But I think there's potential here. How'd you guys meet with that Eight of Pentacles? Could mean a couple of things. I feel like there could be something. Maybe you guys do similar work or have similar experiences. Strength is in the reverse here. And yeah. I keep pulling some cards. I'm not seeing within the cards being pulled here specifically the energy of the connection as dead on, you know, twin flame kind of energy. Definitely a great connection. I mean, and it could be, you know, I'm not seeing it. Doesn't mean it's not. There's just some cards that I look for that for me read as definite twin flame kind of, you know, energy. And I'm not seeing it here. I think the relationship has potential. He is a great person. I don't see anything negative around. I'm not picking up. I'm not hearing anything, you know, nothing gives me pause around this person or this connection. You know, I see growth here. I just don't know if this is what you're looking for. If you're like dead set on having a twin flame connection, and because you're feeling like it's hot and cold, like just because it's hot and cold doesn't make it a twin flame connection. I know that there could be a lot of that runner chaser dynamic. Let me actually pull a few more cards for you from one of my oracle decks here. I just gotta fish it out. So this is one of my oracles for soulmate connections. I'm not really seeing twin flame kind of a thing, but it's a good, you know, it has potential. The relationship has good potential here. Let's see. So I'm seeing coffee cup, paradise, self-indulgence. So meeting, conversing, you got to savor the moment. There's a friendship here. You know, you could feel uplifted as a result of this connection, but you still need to focus on yourself and your self-worth. You might benefit from doing like shadow work, self-appreciation work. And I'm seeing paradise. So again, it's a good connection. I mean, the paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. I'd say this is, you know, go for it. It's a great connection, and he seems like a good person. He's in a good place. He's not going to commit right away. That's what I'm saying. That's not the energy that I'm sensing, but the relationship itself has potential. I hope that that was helpful. Okay. Amanda, you're here. Your phone died. Okay, go ahead and drop the question. How old is this comment? I already read you. Sorry. You might not even be online anymore. Hold on. Sadaf. Okay, you are next. What will happen between you and Jay? Okay, let's take a look at that. There may have been some headbutting, some kind of conflict or something potentially. Let's see. Yeah, there's something here that might not be, you might not feel like fulfilled emotionally in this connection, maybe. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Sometimes I read that as, and what I'm feeling now, like it could be like Like this connection isn't the strongest, it's not a connection that's necessarily going to bring the best out of you. Okay. The Queen of Wands is like this huge, expansive, kind of like queen of, the party, life of the party kind of energy, very radiant, very alluring, very attractive, like energetically speaking. Okay. Not physically. It's just like this big smile, this great energy, this huge booming aura kind of a thing. You might find yourself questioning why. You've got the chair. It just seems like you're also like on standby maybe, and you're not really making any decisions. Knight of Swords here. Yeah, you're trying to maybe think through and then act, as opposed to what this card usually talks to, which is the opposite. It's kind of like a act now, think later kind of an energy. King of Swords, a lot of analysis, a lot of thinking. Temperance, you're being patient. Yeah, there's a lot of that. That's where you are. This person with the King of Wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman in the reverse. So this person is also doing a lot of thinking, it looks like. This person feels comfortable on their own. He might not be feeling, or this other person, he, she, whatever, it doesn't matter, might not be feeling very passionate, okay, very, hot and wanting to move forward, going through a process of like releasing something. Shame. Why did I hear shame? Releasing stuff, fears, not enoughness, feelings of, I think like this, I don't know, I get the feeling that this person has like a feminine, not that they are effeminate, but they have like a nicely developed feminine in them. I think this is someone that could be read as balanced, okay, as opposed to like a man's man, a macho man, you know what I mean? Like closed off and quiet and non-communicative. Like I'm not sensing that he's necessarily that type. That Knight of Cups there, charming, compassionate. He might be, he or she, I say he, sorry, I tend to default into that, but like I think this person might be doing a lot of thinking. They're trying to be fair. They're analyzing. They're not necessarily trying to allow themselves to connect to maybe what they're feeling. Okay. Yeah, he's sensitive. Yeah, that's the feminine in him. And you're wondering what's next for I'm sorry, I'm gonna block another person that is spamming. Farida, yes, I can see you. I need to scroll back these comments. I might have missed whatever you typed in. Please share the live and type it in the comments again. I'm so sorry. I see. You shared. You joined the group. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, so actually, I scrolled back. I see it. Okay, you can have a reading. Yes, it sounds like you want a general reading. That's fine. Sadaf, sorry, coming back to you. He wants to continue, and he wants to move forward happily. Okay. Let's take a look at what's going to happen within the relationship. So I have to pull more cards. Okay. Natalie, welcome. Yes, of course you can have a card. You can have a general reading. Go ahead and share the live, like the page, and hang on because you are the last one on the list for the moment. Yep, I got you, Sadaf. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards to look into that, okay? I'm seeing the Nine of Wands. I'm seeing the Moon. I'm seeing the Three of Wands. Eight of Wands, okay? This is so I'm reading this as the energy. There's something here that's not yet known, or you guys could be in the process of discovering some of the things that drive you as individuals, subconsciously speaking. Okay, there's more information or more something that's going to come to light within this connection, and it might feel, the relationship itself might feel burdened, might feel really heavy. It's very much a throw in the towel, quitting kind of energy. Okay, it could be on your end as opposed to this other person's end. And there's Three of Wands, so there's like a maybe a desire to want to start taking steps forward in one direction or another. A lot of times, though, this is looking out and beyond, which, it's not like necessarily taking steps towards resolving or solutions. It's not going to happen right away. You might be waiting for a while, with the Knight of Pentacles energy here, and there's the Eight of Wands here in the reverse. So there's a lot of change, a lot of transformation. What this feels like and what it reads like to me collectively is that there is more that needs to be discussed or talked about, or you guys need to have more conversation or something. There's more that needs to be brought to light before things will actually start moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And it's going to move forward slowly. So there isn't something here. Yeah. Balance, Justice card. Could be something karmic. Something needs to be talked about. Something needs to be put into balance before the relationship can have that conclusion, whether it's ending or whether it's like coming back together or whether it's a separation. I am not seeing these. I love my little dead ringer cards that let me know with 100% certainty that something is ending or something is continuing. Okay. I'm not seeing that here. This is still very much in the air. So this is something that's going to take time with the Knight of Pentacles. And I'm not reading you necessarily or him. I'm reading the energy of the connection itself. It's something that's still in development and it's going to work. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all nights, so it's going to take time. Okay. There's a lot of, with the Eight of Swords here in the reverse, this is like, I'm going to bring it up a little closer. Do you see that? This is someone that can't see, doesn't know what the hell's going on. Like there's definitely a lot of imagery here around stuff coming to light. Okay. Especially with that Moon card. There's something that hasn't been said. There's something that needs to come forward. Are you Taurus, or do you have, I'm talking about your moon sign, sun sign, rising sign. If you have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. If you have any of these, you say we're supposed to talk Thursday. Yeah, expect expect something new to come up. Something's going to be said. I hope that it brings you the resolution that you're, seeking. But yeah, there's something here that isn't it. I'm not getting a firm yes or no either way, honestly. You're saying, is it positive? Yeah, it's positive for the relationship. It might get heated. It might get heated. Like there's a lot of passion in these positions. Like what you have to say, what he has to say, that exchange, it's going to be fiery. Expect that. It might be really emotional. Seven of Pentacles, and I just pulled another card for confirmation, clarification. Seven of Pentacles is time. Take your time. Okay, this is a garden, you have to tend to it. This is going to take time. This is not happening. Yeah, you're saying passion? Yeah. Yeah, this conversation might get hot, like in one way or the other. It could be both. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Thank you. And I will see you in the group. Okay. Roxanne, sending love from London, England. Is bedtime night, everyone. Good night, Roxanne. I'm so sorry. Didn't see a question for you, or you said no question. Okay. Next time you join the live, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. You're saying, Kenna, you're very compatible physically. Absolutely. It was sexy. That was sexy in there. I mean, when I feel it, I know it. Okay, Farida, you're new here from GB. And I'm going to scroll down. What is it that you sought off? You had a great 3 months and a rough one. Yeah. You will recover. You feel you're going to recover. Good. You're going to move forward happy. Yeah. If that's what you desire and that's your manifestation, make it happen. Continue to really feel into that happiness. Continue to feel into the goodness and everything that connection brings you. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the when. Focus on the emotion behind it and around it. And you'll call it in. You'll bring it in. feeling something is literally attractive. It's the most, because the universe can only match how we feel. It can only bring us what it is that we want. If we are clear on what it is, and if we feel it, like we gotta live it, you have to embody it. Okay, so draw it in, call it in, and best of luck. All right, Natalie, you are next. I'm sorry, Farida, you are next. And I'm sorry, I'm looking for your comment, your question. I can't see it. Okay, here it is. Love reading. Okay, you want to know if Allison, I want to know, did Allison love? Does he love you? Is it over? Okay, so you just want like a love reading. Gotcha. All right. So he thinks it's over. All right, well, let's see what the cards have to say. I'm going to pull your cards, his cards, and the cards for the connection itself, okay? King of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands in the reverse. King of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. No, I can see it. I think he's done. Yeah, because I'll explain. I'll start with him first. With the Knight of Cups, he's very much, he's firmly planted, okay, if you will. He's firmly seated in his throne, all right? He's being mature about this. He's being rational. I think he feels very secure, for sure. He might even be like in business or entrepreneurial in spirit or something, but he's, out of all the kings, I'd say that the kings in general are the most settled, obviously, in terms of the court cards. But the King of Pentacles, I feel, is the chillest, most grounded, most decisive, if you will. And the Knight of Cups here is in the reverse, so he's not thinking happily ever after. He's not thinking wish fulfillment. And the Nine of Cups here also in the reverse, I don't think he's being very charming or like reaching out, or like there's no like demonstrations of love and things like that in the strength. He's rooted, like he's standing firm in his position. On your end, King of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles. So I think you're waiting, you're being hopeful. You think that maybe this still has chance, like an opportunity. Okay. I don't know, I get the feeling though that you might be attracting other guys. You might have other options or something. I don't know if you're on a dating app or the message is to get on that dating app. I think that you could definitely attract other potential partners too. The Three of Wands here in the reverse. I'm feeling that you probably don't want to move forward just yet. But I think you could, and I think you could quickly. I get the feeling that you could be surrounded by other partners fairly quickly. Natalie, you are next, okay? You want to know if, I'm sorry, Farida, you want to know if he loved you. You're saying you don't have any options, maybe because you're closed off to it. You got options, girl. I think that if you wanted to, you could definitely attract other individuals. Yeah, I feel this attraction. I feel this attractive energy about you. I think you could definitely, if you put yourself out there, it's coming. I don't think you want to. I think you could. All right. The energy of the connection. Slow movement, sometimes no movement. Yeah, there's definitely something there. There's love still. I'm not saying he doesn't love you. He loves you. Okay. You love him. Okay. You got that Two of Cups. Look at the beautiful imagery. There's something there. It could also be like a soulmate type of connection. Okay. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of, the end all be all of all relationships. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is your partner for life, but we have multiple soulmates, and we are meant to learn through our relationships and how, we engage with others, that give and take. Those, there's a lot of learning for us. I say give and take because there's that Six of Pentacles. It's possible that this relationship had a lot of that exchange, a lot of learning. Okay, if this is in fact a soulmate kind of energy with that Six of Pentacles, there was a lot of learning. There was that back and forth dynamic for sure. But this is kind of at a rest. Okay, if you see the imagery here of that Four of Swords, there's not a lot of movement in the connection at this time. I'm also pulling Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of healing that needs to take place from this, a lot of release of like self-sabotage, not enoughness, fears, limiting beliefs, that kind of a thing. There may have been some of that in the connection. There's Seven of Swords. Did someone betray somebody? Did someone feel betrayed? Shantae, these are free. All readings are free. I only ask that you share the live, please, that you like the page, and that you drop your questions in the comments. The readings are free. And there's a few in front of you, too. I think I got like 2 in front of you, Shantae. You feel betrayed, Farida. Yes, you feel betrayed. Somebody here feels betrayed. Maybe there was, in fact, some kind of betrayal going on. And betrayal doesn't always involve a third party. It could be a betrayal of like trust, safety, that kind of thing within a connection. Okay, but this connection's at a rest. Okay, I don't see it moving forward necessarily. I do see where there was a lot of that interacting, and there was a lot of learning and that back and forth. It seemed like an overall balanced kind of connection while it was taking place. Okay, but I'm just seeing a lot of these heavier energies, like that Five of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place from this connection. You're saying that you feel played. Okay. He said that he loves never leave me, that he loves you and he'll never leave you. I think I mean, with that Two of Cups, yeah, I think definitely you loved him, he loved you. I just think that the energy here is not the most supportive for the connection. Okay. And I do see that he's kind of firmly, standing in his position and how he feels about this. He's settled. He's calm. This is the first thing I felt was, yeah, that's how calm he is. He's calm about this. Whereas I think that you're just patiently waiting. You're waiting for communication or something. I do think this is a soulmate connection. Absolutely. Especially with the Six of Pentacles. I read these two as a lot of learning involved, a lot of that exchange. I do think so, but just because it's a soulmate connection doesn't mean it's happily ever after. And we have multiple soulmate connections. There isn't just one. That one is like the twin flame. Okay? Not everyone is meant to have a twin flame. Not everyone has that kind of experience. You want to know why he reaches out once in a while? Well, why not? Because he loves you. There's love there. I'm not saying there's nothing there. There's something there. I just don't think that he wants to show it. He seems very against it. He would need to have a change of heart to come back and be more loving. You're saying that how do you know that he doesn't have feelings for you then? I mean, if that's how you feel, is that not what you're attracting into your experience? If you don't feel like he cares or he loves you, if that's how you're feeling inside, that is what you're going to manifest into your experience. Your internal condition dictates your external experience. Everything outside of us is a reflection of what we have going on inside ourselves. Because he pulled away. People pull away all the time. People pull away all the time. We don't own people. Love is not ownership. He started ignoring you inconsistent, or I suppose you mean consistently. Okay, so he started ignoring you consistently. How did you possibly ignore yourself? How did you not prioritize yourself? How did you not do self-care, and you really just care for, do you see what I'm saying? Like, our internal condition dictates our external experience. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you. That doesn't mean, that, do you love yourself? How much do you love yourself too? When we focus on ourselves and love ourselves is when we are most attractive to those around us. I do hope that that was helpful, Farida. Thank you for tuning in. Natalie. Okay, so just real quick, Shantae, you're after Natalie, okay? So I just got Natalie. I'm going to go ahead and read Natalie. Natalie, finances and will you ever find true love? Okay. So let's take a look at your finances first. I feel like that's what wants to come through. Yeah, you will. You got to make some good decisions, better decisions for yourself, though. That Four of Wands, that is one of the best cards around support, around foundation. And with the Lovers here in reverse, there's some decisions that you need to make. The Lovers isn't always about love. It's also about discernment. It's about making the best decisions for yourself. Okay, it's about recognizing that some paths may be easier, but some of those paths could literally lead you to perdition. Like the Lovers card has a lot of biblical reference in it, actually. So it's about making the best choices for yourself. You've got the Five of Swords. You need to make choices to get to, to this manifestation that you desire, because this Five of Swords is mental energy. It's like being neither here nor there. Again, King of Swords, more mental. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you not clear? Are you mixing finances and love? Like, are you expecting this other partner, this other person to bring you that stability? Potentially, like what is it about yourself that you may not feel stability in, that perhaps you're not attracting another person into your life to bring you like stability, but from that emotional standpoint? Does that make sense? Farida, you're so welcome. There's nothing, nah, Farida, I gotta go back to something like, there's some like cards that are very specific to player energy. I didn't pick up on that at all. I don't think that's what it is. He's not here for it right now. He's retreated. And it could be because of codependencies. I feel like you need to do more of the work yourself. For yourself. I hope I'm saying this right. Paul, I see you're watching from YouTube. Go ahead and like, please, and subscribe and share the live. Natalie, you're just tired. You feel overwhelmed, trapped. Okay. You feel sorry for the person that you're with. You can't get out of what? Your own negativity. And you don't know how to let go, and you're miserable every day with this person. So if this person, I mean, gosh, that Lovers card, that helps clarify what I'm seeing here. You got to, like I said, you got to make a decision. That Lovers card is in the reverse. This person might not necessarily serve you right now, the relationship itself. So you do have, so the Four of Wands here, going back to Four of Wands around the foundation. Okay, it's typically a more traditional kind of foundation. So it could also speak to a family partnership. I don't know if you have children with this person. I see the King of Wands here. This person might be bringing in some of that stability to your life. And maybe what you're really asking me is, you have 3 kids. Yeah, I see that here. There's a tent here. Yeah, it's this expansion. It's like group energy, So you might feel pretty solitary in the connection, actually, with this Five of Pentacles here in the reverse. So what is it you're looking for? Because I do see how with the World in reverse, you may not be feeling very good. 10 of Wands here also in the reverse. This is kind of like throwing in the towel energy, wanting to quit, wanting to literally walk kind of energy. Knight of Pentacles, it's if you do walk, if you choose to walk, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's going to take you some time to get there and make that decision. Okay, this is the slowest moving out of all of the Knights. It's a slow and methodical approach to doing things, however. So it does usually pan out for the better. If you do decide to leave this relationship, okay, I think you would be okay. You would be secure financially. It would take you a while to get there, but you have, with this Ace of Swords, kind of like an aha moment, kind of like a breakthrough kind of moment here, okay? I think you would get clarity by stepping away from this connection some way, somehow. All right, I see a scammer. I'm about to block this person. Give me a moment. You said you just want to be free. You want your old self back. And you want to be happy. Hey, Gina, thanks for checking in, tuning in. Yes, you can absolutely drop your question in the comments. Please like and subscribe, because I see you're tuning in from YouTube, and share the live. Thank you, Paul, for subscribing. Go ahead and drop your question in the chat. I don't think I saw it. Okay, so Natalie, you feel overwhelmed. So Natalie, are you asking how you can get your own personal finances in order so that you can step away from this connection? Because I'm seeing that this person does provide, it looks like, the stability that you are, whatever your situation is currently, it's really heavily reliant on this other person. Let me go ahead and pull some more cards for you. I just want to make sure that I'm answering the right question. So yes, okay. So how can you achieve like a level of solvency? Okay. You're saying he brings nothing to the table, so then you're doing all the work, so why are you there? Like I just said, like the very ending of that reading was, it will take you time, but you will be okay. You will be okay financially. You'll do what you have to. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, or subscribe in your case. I see you're tuning in from YouTube, and drop your question in the comments. So Natalie, yeah, let me go ahead and pull a couple more cards for you before you go, okay? Okay. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Daisy, thanks for tuning in. Please go ahead and like and share the live and drop your question in the comments. Seven of Swords, you got to do strategy, a lot of strategic work. This is a lot of planning. You might even have to do it quietly, but you got to put a plan in order. Don't talk to nobody. Don't share it. Like, write it down. Make sure you write it down in pencil. Write it with lead. You need to join my group. It's a free group. I don't even pitch people unless it makes sense. Like, I don't even offer my coaching services unless it makes sense. But join the group because there's a lot of free stuff in there. I'm on a mission to uplift women. I'm not kidding. Like, I just have so much to give. Like, this is what drives me currently. You need to write this stuff down in pencil. Get into my group because I explain why we need to write things in pencil. Okay? But you need to be quiet about it. The Knight of Wands, you need to also feel into it. Like, as you're writing stuff down, as you're making your plan, you need to visualize, you need to feel into it, and you need to tap into that internal joy. Like I'm saying, if you're thinking about, let me go ahead and save X amount of money this month or whatever, or let me look into, I don't know, purchasing a car and maybe, I don't know, leaving it at my mama's house, whatever your plan is, write it down and really feel into that and get yourself excited, literally, and movement, dance. Look at that card. Look at her. That's what you need to feel like. That's what you need to look like. Like, you really need to embody that. Because the Knight of Wands, we had just pulled the Knight of Pentacles, which is a slower moving energy. But if you do that planning, and like I said, look, moon, darkness, like you keep it to yourself. You're being real sneaky about it, real strategic about it. Knight of Wands is a faster moving energy. You can definitely bring that in for yourself, but that's how you're going to do it. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Natalie. All right, Shantae, you're next. Or did I already read you? I'm so sorry. These comments, I'm like scrolling back. And as there are more and more people coming in, it's just like, oh my gosh, yes, you're here. Thank you. But I'm just scrolling back. I'm trying to see your question. Okay, love and finance. Okay. Will you get a change in the career you're working in now? And is this the end of the current relationship? You think you're over it? Okay, so let me go ahead and start with finances. I feel like pulling money for you first. Feeling like that's the message that's going to come first. Money first. Money first. Ace of Pentacles. That's a breakthrough moment. That's one of the most powerful cards you can have in the beginning of a new cycle. So yes, you are going to get the change. That's the answer to that. It's happening. It's already happened. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Breathe it. Taste it. Live it. I'm not kidding. Look at that. I'm just dropping cards because I've been on this live exactly 2 hours already, which is fine. I'm still here for everybody. I've been doing this for 2 hours. 1 hour, 54 minutes, 52 seconds. So I'm dropping cards, okay? The Fool. That's the beginning of a new journey. The answer is yes, you will get the change in the career you're working on now. Now, as for love, you want to know if this is the end of your current relationship. And that change of career could be coming soon too, because the ace itself is speaking to like the number one. So like think like 1 month, 1 season, one, you know what I mean? Like it won't be days, it won't be weeks. You know, when you're reading like Pentacles, it's minimum of months. We're talking units, but it's 1 unit. So it's like a month or like a season, okay? And the Pentacles speaks, in terms of seasons, it speaks to the winter. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but here in the East Coast of the USA, we are approaching winter, okay? All right, so love. Look at that. 2 of Cups. Very much about love. Definitely tapping into your energy strong. I see the 2 of Pentacles. You need to make a decision here. You're already weighing the pros and cons. It looks like you have already made that decision, though, inside your heart. That 6 of Wands, that's a very celebratory. It's like a patting yourself on the back for a job well done kind of energy. This is feeling victorious, feeling confident in the results, feeling confident in yourself. Yeah. Don't be afraid to move forward and to move out of it. This is the Tower card. I'm not afraid of the Tower card. Nobody should be afraid of the Tower card. It is in the reverse. Okay. There's a hesitancy on your part to go through the motions of that breakup. And no breakup is easy, especially if you've been with somebody for a very long time. You kind of have like your process, you have your like what you're used to, you know, you have your cycles, you have like, you know, this person a lot, but there's a hesitancy there, but you don't have to worry about that because you got that 6 of Wands right next to it. Look at that, girl. If you break up, this is like that kind of energy that you'd be embodying with that Knight of Wands. It's flirty though. So when you go back out there, just know that if you're wanting to be flirty and like date and like have experiences and dance, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you could be coming out of this relationship and wanting to just dive right on into, you know, having some fun, and that's okay. That's okay. Knight of Wands, this is a dating card, so enjoy that, experience that, allow that for yourself. I hope that you found that helpful. Thank you. All right, Powell, you are next. Jennifer, actually, you've been on for a while, I think. I think I have, what, 2 before you? Daisy, 3 before you. Shantae, Georgia, yes. Okay. You are so welcome, Shantae. Thank you. All right, I'm just scrolling through the comments, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Powell, what's your question? I'm so sorry. I'm looking for... Did you put a question in the comments? Because I'm not seeing it. You say, can I ask a question, but you didn't write it, or at least I didn't get it. I'm sorry. If you're still on, go ahead and post your question. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and read the other person or the next person. Gina, I also didn't see a question from you, so go ahead and drop it in the comments if you're still here. I will go ahead and read the next person. Okay, so the next person, Jennifer, it would have been you, but I didn't see you drop the question in the comments. Go ahead and do that if you're still on. Okay, Powell, got you. Thank you. All right, Daisy, you're after Powell because the other two looks like they didn't drop the question, or I just didn't see it for whatever reason. It didn't pull on my end here. So Daisy, you are next. Powell, will your current heartbreak moment end soon? Let's go ahead and look into that. Jennifer, okay, you want to know about your money. Got you, okay? Just give me a second. Powell, will your current heartbreak moment end soon? No. You still have work to do. I think you're being very rigid around this. I think you're looking at this as, and there's no judgment here. It's just said with love, okay? The Emperor, okay? This is somebody that is firm in his way of doing things. This is a rigid energy. This is someone that looks at life through the lens of their own experience. So it's kind of like, well, this is, one way and this is the other way because I've already been there, done that. I've already experienced this. That's the kind of energy of the Emperor. And there's more work that you may need to do. Okay. On the flip side, if you are not embodying that energy, you could be getting the guidance to embody a little bit more of that, specifically around boundaries. Okay. There's work that you need to do here. Crow's Nest, thank you for joining. Go ahead and like or subscribe. I see that you're tuning in from YouTube, and share the live. Please go ahead and drop your question in the comments. Yeah, you have work to do. Like I was saying, Powell, you need to rest, physical rest, spiritual rest. You may need to tap into like a spiritual practice that could help you, some kind of grounding. And the Ace of Swords here, are you waiting for a communication from this person, or are you still in some kind of communication with this person? Because this isn't necessarily serving you, okay? You may want to just completely cut that out. You need to make some decisions here, Powell, around what it is that you're going to do, what your next steps are, how you're going to move forward, okay? You may be evaluating, and there could be some analysis here. Hey, Claudia, thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and share the live, please, and drop your question in the comments. Paul, I hope that you're still with me. Slow energy, Knight of Pentacles. The answer to your question, will your current heartbreak moment end soon? The answer is no. There's work that you need to do to get there, okay? I hope that that was helpful. Thank you for your patience, and I'll see you in the next live. If you're trying to communicate with the person, don't. And I'm saying that from a place of love, honestly, because there's so many other, like the surrounding cards, the context of that reading was that you have work to do for yourself, internal work. You're so welcome. Be easy with yourself, okay? The Emperor is, he's really, he's just rigid. He's just, that's his way or the highway. So show yourself some grace, and it's your process. There's no judgment in that. It's your process, embrace it. Take your time with it. Okay. All right. Going on to the next person. Daisy, I believe you're next. And I don't think I see your question. I'm so sorry. I'm scrolling back. You just want cards for you, like general reading is how I'm interpreting that, okay? Let's get you a general reading, Daisy. General reading for Daisy. I'm going to shuffle one more time. Okay, Daisy, what's going on here? You might be spending some time to self with that Four of Cups in the reverse, okay? It's also could be a message to get yourself out of that non-productive, there's an energy here around focusing on what's not working sometimes as opposed to what is working. Okay. It's like an apathetic, kind of nonchalant kind of, energy, maybe even boredom. You want to get away from that. Okay. You want to tap to your internal intuition, your internal guidance with that high priestess. Yeah. Queen of Cups, a lot of love yourself kind of a thing. It's important into yourself, invest in yourself, spend time with self. You seem to be a mature person. You seem to be somebody that is pretty familiar with how you feel about things and how you approach things and how you do things. Okay, so this could be, take that time to self to really cultivate a relationship with self. um that you have what you need within. That's what I'm hearing. You have the guidance that you need within. Look towards your own experiences, past experiences, and learn from them. Okay, do some introspective work and give yourself the time to do this, because with the Knight of Pentacles here, you could spend some time here doing that. You could need that time with self to really develop that relationship with self. Give yourself what it is that you need. And you have Temperance here also in the reverse. So I'm seeing more of that. Be patient with yourself, show yourself grace, take that time that's needed. Page of Pentacles, this is a period of learning for you. Okay. You could be learning new skills. You could be learning new ways of doing things. You could also be working on a manifestation. There might be something that you want to bring into your experience, something that you want to create, but the Magician here in the reverse tells me, again, you probably feel like you don't have what it takes or you don't have what is needed, but you do. You do. Okay. That's, three major arcana cards. I'd say that right now, these are the bigger kind of life lessons. These are things that you need to know. These are things you need to experience to be able to learn from them. Okay. I hope that that was helpful, Daisy. I'm not even sure if you're online. I can't tell. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read the next person. I believe that's Jennifer. Let me just scroll back. Yes, Jennifer, you are next. You want to know about money. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with money. And then Jessica, you are next. Claudia, you are next after. All right, so Jennifer, what I'm seeing for money here, Two of Swords in reverse. Maybe you feel like you don't know where your money's coming from or where it's going to come from next or what to do about it. There could be some, I keep hearing authenticity, like there's just something around either being authentic with yourself or being real with yourself about things. Something like this is coming up for me. You may be finding yourself in a period of time in which you kind of need to let go of anything that isn't really you. It's like it's like a rebirth. It's like a rejuvenation. It's a transformation. It's especially with the star, this is about, just taking off, all those layers of things like other people's expectations, other people's opinions. It's about shedding all that off and reconnecting with who you really are, with Temperance here and the Magician, three major arcana side by side. These are like some bigger life lessons for you. You're experiencing like heavier energies, and this is something that could be hanging out with you, or this is your space. This is where you're going to be for some time. Okay. And you've got the Five of Wands, like I was just talking about, like other people's expectations, opinions. It's like a lot of outsider almost kind of influence on maybe what you should be doing or what, how you should be acting or whatever the case may be. So what I'm not seeing here are just like the straight up pentacles to really answer your question, which tells me that you need to be hearing other things, because all of these other things could be affecting your finances. Finances is not just, from a tarot perspective, it's the suit of pentacles, and it's not just money. It's also our ability to manifest things. Money is an energy like any other, but it's more of the material realm. I'm not seeing any pentacles here. So while you may be focused on pentacles, on money, there are other things that may need to be addressed, other learnings you may need to experience before you are able to get to a point where you can create this for yourself, to really generate those pentacles, those coins in your life and in your experience, because right now there are no coins here in front of me. With the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, don't be afraid to take the steps that are needed, okay, from your current level of understanding. Like, tap into your intuition, tap into your feelings around things, and take action on that. Don't be afraid to move forward and take those actions, okay? And don't focus on other people. Don't do what other people say. All of this reads to me like needing to cultivate more of that self-directed energy, to do things on your terms, okay? I see the Four of Cups here. You might be overly focused on things that are not working, or to the point that you don't see what is working, what is coming forward, what is being offered to you. That's what that Four of Cups is those opportunities that sometimes are right in our face and we can't even see them because we're so focused on what is not working or what hasn't worked, or we're looking off in another direction and not paying attention to what's literally in front of us. Pour into self. Two of Cups, Two of Wands. Are you waiting for something specifically, planning something specifically? I keep drawing and I'm just not seeing pentacles. There must be something. You say you're creating it. I create it for myself. Yeah, you do create it for. So are you in business? Are you self-employed? Because if you're self-employed, okay, then our businesses are a reflection of how we feel about things. Absolutely. If you're not right, if you're not in a good place, that's going to reflect on your business. Your business will suffer from that. Let me go ahead and pull some additional cards from you from the Oracle, the Moon Oracle. We're coming up on a new moon real soon. This is the time for you to plant your seeds. This is the time to do something around a reflective practice, okay? They say that manifestations have cycles of 90 days, okay? 9 being very powerful. I'm into numerology, so I could go on for hours on this, but just things, in other words, things take time, but it doesn't have to take as much time as we think it does. During the new moon, go ahead and write something down. Write it in pencil. Planting those seeds, so to speak. Focus on that, meditate on that, and then allow your seeds to grow as the moon grows and turns full again. Messages for you, the Oracle. Look at that, new moon. We're just talking about the new moon. New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Scorpio is a water sign. It's such emotional. It's not as emotional as some of the other ones, but there's a lot of emotions in that, a lot of depth in that. Go deeper. Look, another new moon. This time in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Perhaps there are messages from the divine you need to listen to guide you. And look, full moon in Leo, go wild. Go wild is really about exploration. It's about, like I was just saying earlier, don't be afraid to actually take those actions and move forward. Allow yourself to be inspired and to act on those inspirations rather. Okay? I'm hoping that was helpful, Jennifer. You should join my group. I talk about manifestation all the time and to bring into our existence the things that we want. Okay? I hope that was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Jessica, I want to make sure I brought up your name, Jessica. So what is coming in for me in love in the near future? All right, let's take a look at what could be coming in for you for love. And Claudia, you're next, okay? Yeah, that Two of Swords. I'm not surprised that came out. I'm like, oh. The Two of Swords, you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's coming. It's all about tapping into our intuition. I think a lot of times, women especially, we're so heavily intuitive, or, it's something that we can easily cultivate, in my personal opinion. All right. So I love the Two of Swords because it's a reminder to reconnect with the intuition. We can totally guide ourselves, I feel. All right. Lovers in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and then the 9 of Cups. So in the near future, you will feel more fulfilled in this area, okay? That 9 of Cups is a very positive card. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, definitely. It's coming. It's coming. Have a little bit of patience, okay? I see a lot of internalized energy here, and a lot of it speaks to making sure that you're making the right decisions for yourself, bringing in the correct kind of energy in the partnership through the selections that we make, right? The decisions that we make. The 7 of Pentacles here also in the reverse. It looks like you've done some work. You've planted your seeds. Now allow it to happen. Allow it to come in. Allow it to grow. It's also a garden. A garden needs a lot of tending to and care. Okay. So continue to pour into your manifestation. Envision this person that you want to be with, not necessarily like the physical and things like that, although that could be helpful if it will help you feel some sort of physiological change inside, okay? That will make it more real to you until it actually comes into your 3D experience. So really, I've read so many things online that I think are true and are helpful. You can't pray for rain and not already have an umbrella in hand and open even, right? As soon as you step outside. I've heard this a lot, and I kind of like this analogy, because if we want love, then we need to prepare for that. We need to allow ourselves to receive that. That can look like so many things. First of all, making space for this person in our homes, cleaning our closet and that kind of thing. Making sure the bed can be accessed from both sides, this kind of thing. Like it's a full embodiment, right, of what it is that we want. And we need to start acting as if, and really calling it in, drawing it in. I see the World here in the reverse. So what this tells me, all 3 of this in the reverse, is that you're thinking about this a lot. You're definitely working on that manifestation. Maybe you've been working on it for some time with that 7 of Pentacles. And the World here is, even though it's in the reverse, it's still an internalized energy. It's something that you're working on. It is eventually going to come to fruition as the beginning of a new cycle, because I see that 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, and I also see the 3 of Pentacles here. And number 3 is the energy of growth, okay? It's going from a partnership to even something bigger than that. It doesn't always speak to families necessarily, but the 3 is the number of growth in relationships. Oh yeah, look at that. The Queen of Wands. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be like, this is great. This is going to make you feel really good. That 3 of Pentacles, what I got intuitively was that it's possible that you're going to meet this person. Yeah, like you're probably wondering with this 8 of Swords, how am I going to meet this person? How's it going to happen? That 3 of Pentacles, you can meet this person through work, could be through networking, could be through friendships. Okay, it's like somebody that knows somebody, kind of, serendipitous kind of connection. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. And yes, it's going to happen soon. You say you have a guy that you're talking to, but don't know where it will go or what else may happen. Well, it looks like it's going somewhere. 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. You don't know what's going on with that 8 of Swords, but you do know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there. Because if you look at this card, it's like she's not like the mirror is there for her to look at herself, like to kind of like see it as it is, right? But she's kind of she's choosing not to look at it, not to claim it. You understand what I mean? So yeah, you really like him. Well, go ahead and move on that, because 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, growth, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, you really want to embody this energy. This is a very playful energy. It's a very sexy energy, honestly. It's very alluring and attractive kind of energy when we are in full embodiment of the Queen of Wands. So you've been in your head, get out your head. Get into your body. The Queen of Wands likes to dance. The Queen of Wands likes to go out to parties and stuff. Like, Yes, it is very beautiful. I hope that was helpful, Jessica. And thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next live. Okay, Real Face, thank you for tuning in. I see you're tuning in from YouTube. Go ahead and like, please. Subscribe. And you want to know if you can win the lottery. I love money. Like, I love money. I really do. I love money questions, but there's a few people in front of you. So give me a quick second. Let's see. I've only got one person in front of you, actually. So Claudia, okay, you want a card. So I'm going to read that as general reading. Oh, no, hold on. Can I have a love reading? Okay. Will my big love come back? All right, let's look into your love, your big love. And Claudia, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and share the live. Thank you, Real Face. And just to answer your question outright, there's always a possibility, but we'll get into it. Let me see what the tarot says for you specifically, okay? Okay, Claudia, there you go. Had to look for your comment. I'm pulling cards for you first, Claudia, with the Three of Cups, the Fool in reverse, the Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse, Eight of Cups. Okay. I'd say that he's not in it. He's not present. He's not looking at this or thinking about this the way that you are. He looks like he's done. I'm going to pull some additional. Yeah, I think this is done. And I'll talk through this. Yeah. So on your end with the Three of Cups, the world I'm sorry, I keep saying the world, the Fool here in reverse. You're not wanting to start anything new. You're not wanting to go into a new direction. You're not, you're happy where you are. You're very much, I think that overall you're still in a positive place. You're still in like a loving kind of energy, at least a loving energy towards yourself. That's for sure. And I think that you're content is what I'm saying where you are, even though, yeah, I think you're content. It looks like you're going through the work, you're doing your shadow work, you're releasing, past hurts and things like that. I get the general sense that you're actually okay. You might be better off than you think you are. Okay. Now, on his end, this person might be focused on work. I see with the number, he has two number eights. I'm big into numerology, and 8 is the number of like mastery. It's having done something so many times, and maybe he feels like that about this relationship, whether there were cycles in the relationship or whether he's been there, done that, and he's had similar experiences. He feels like he knows that, like he knows it, been there, done that kind of an energy. He could be very focused on work right now, okay? And he could be feeling pretty good where he is, just with like work and stuff like that. But with that Eight of Cups, it looks like he's gone, like he's moved on. The Eight of Cups is a card of discernment. It's like making decisions. It's being comfortable and being okay with walking away from things, even if they're not a complete mess. Discernment. It's being okay with walking away from something, even if it's okay, because you know that you deserve better, or you can do better, or you want better. Okay. So I get the feeling that's kind of where his headspace is at. That's where he's at emotionally. Kay, you can definitely ask a question. Thanks for tuning in. Jessica, you are so welcome. Thank you. Kay, I've got a couple in front of you. Go ahead and, like or subscribe. I see you're tuning in from YouTube, and share the live, please, as well. And drop your question in the comments. Okay, Claudia, going back to the energy of this connection, you've got the Hangman, you've got Eight of Swords, you've got Five of Wands, you also have the Four of Wands. What I'm seeing here is there's no progression. It's walking backwards from a numerical perspective. 12, 8, 5, 4. I'm going to pull another card to clarify that Four of Wands. Okay, so now I get the Four of Swords in the reverse. I get the feeling with 4, 4 being the number of finding stability within one's self. Okay. Foundation, calm, reconciliation, things like that. Because generally the Four of Wands, can speak to a more celebratory kind of an energy, like it's more like a positively read kind of card. But with the Four of Swords here in the reverse as a clarification card, what I'm seeing is it's more of finding foundation within oneself, like through rest, physical rest, spiritual practices, things like that. So it's still like an individualized kind of energy. With the Hangman, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Wands, a lot of lessons learned. With the Hangman, the energy of this relationship is having come into it to learn and look at things from different perspectives. Maybe you guys learned to look at things from each other's perspective. All right. But with that Eight of Swords here, there's a lot of, oh, woe is me kind of energy, victimhood, possibly a lot of, feeling like you're disconnected because you're not wanting to look at things for what they really are. You know what I mean? Like Eight of Swords is almost like blindfolding yourself, or having a blindfold on and not taking it off just because you choose not to take it off and really face things for what they are, look at things for what they are. With the Five of Wands, there may have been outsider comments or things like that. There could be some of that now. People have opinions, who cares? Focus on yourself. But these are the kinds of energies that are kind of like surrounding this connection. Okay. I'd say that given the context, just given everything I'm seeing here, your big love may not come back. And honestly, it wouldn't serve you. You don't want it back. You're in a good place, like I just said. And he's in a healing place. He's in a good place too. It's very neutral over here. Here, it feels like if you don't think you're okay, you are better off than you think you are. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Claudia. Thank you for tuning in. All right, real face, lottery. Zarna, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, dear. I see you're tuning in from YouTube. Please make sure to subscribe and drop your question in the comments. Share the live and drop your question in the comments. John, I see you're also tuning in from YouTube. Thank you, thank you. Please like, or rather subscribe to the channel, share the live, and drop your question in the comments. Real face, I'm going to ask you this. How much do you believe in yourself that you're even asking me this question? JC, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and like the page. Please share the live and drop your question in the comments. Oh, thank you, Zarna. Like and subscribe. Awesome. Eight of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and then the Page of Wands. I feel like there might be some learnings for you. It looks like this particular lottery tonight. No, that was a very specific question. Okay. With two reversals back to back and both of them being swords, it's not the most supportive energy. Therefore, it's not going to be the answer that you're necessarily wanting to hear. However, but you're saying, okay, so real face, you're saying that you believe 200%, but yet you're here asking me this question. If you are that sure and you're that convinced, then it doesn't matter what an external person or there's nothing. We have to be unshakable in our faith. We have to be completely closed off to anything and anybody that could say otherwise. We have to be completely unshakable in our faith. Okay, you're going to have some kind of win, that's for sure. I'm not going to say it's the lottery. Okay, there's some kind of learning here. Maybe it could be a win. See, Six of Pentacles here in the reverse. There's some kind of learning for you in this process, and it could be related to like work. It could also be related to your spirituality. It could be related to your manifestation process. Okay, there's a win in that. Okay, in and of itself, just that alone. But the Six of Pentacles here in the reverse, there could be something that needs to be like balanced, something you need to learn around give and take. It could be a couple different things. I could read that differently. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you could be coming across some kind of transformation. There's some learning here. I would consider that a win for you. What challenges are coming your way? So getting away from some of, I would say, honestly, how I'm reading this, what I'm feeling, getting away from some of that mental energy, getting away from some of the, let me strategize, let me see how I can make this happen, getting away from worrying about how and when, and focusing on the actual thing that you want. And more importantly, the emotional state behind it. So you want the win. Fine. What would you do with that money? Start thinking about that. See if that helps you embody that emotional state and frame of mind to actually make this happen for you. Okay. Like I said, you're going to come across some kind of learning. I'm looking at that as a win. But with the Six of Pentacles here in the reverse, something may need to come into balance. It could very well be your approach. It could be how you think about things, how you do things, how you act on things. I hope that that's helpful, real face. You're saying you're on it, it resonates, you're transitioning, you're transforming. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let me see who's next. Kay, you're next. Did your boyfriend cheat on you with his coworker? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, if he didn't cheat on you, there might be something there. He could be feeling some kind of connection. I don't think he's necessarily acting on it with the King of Pentacles here in the reverse, okay? There's something here. Whether this connection is with you or whether this is how he's feeling about a potential connection with that person, I don't think he's acting on it. Not with this King of Pentacles here in the reverse and the Six of Swords here in the reverse. He could be thinking about leaving, honestly, okay? But I don't think he's actually physically done anything with this person, not with these cards, okay? Nine of Cups, he might be fantasizing, might be thinking about, oh, what if, what a relationship with this other person could look like, maybe. The Six of Swords, though, there's like a process. There's a lot of decision making behind it. It's like choosing to get out of, a bad situation emotionally, like choppier waters kind of a thing, into calmer waters. So he might be seeking getting into something that is calmer or calming for him. It could be that this potential connection, even if it's just in his mind, could be bringing him some kind of peace, if that makes sense. Yeah, he's definitely thinking about it, evaluating it. I'm sorry to say that, but I don't think he's physically acted on it. No, I'd say that the answer to your question is no. He did not cheat on you physically anyway with the coworker. There might be something there mentally, emotionally. I hope that was helpful, Kay. I know that, that kind of stuff is not easy to listen to. Zarna, you're next. What's your question, dear? Let me see. Your question is, what does Aryan think of you? He has any feelings for you or not? And then looks like you're not able to forget him. You barely talk to each other. You still miss him. You feel something different for him. All right. So real quick, we're going to pause on that. JC, you're next. Actually, I'm trying to. Hey, John Doe, I'm not sure if you dropped a question or not. I'm not seeing. If you did, I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. But hello, I do see you. Oh, no, I see your question. I'm sorry. What challenges are coming your way? Okay, cool. We'll get into that in just a little bit. JC, what's coming up the rest of the year? Kaylin, you're so welcome. I'm glad you found it helpful. Real face. God bless us both, but me first. With that kind of energy, sweetheart, it'll happen in the reverse. You bless others that you may be blessed. You have to wish upon your brother or sister better, that it may come back to you multiplied, baby. Okay? That's exactly what we were just talking about with balance. It's your approach. You haven't won the lottery, you haven't had your wins or whatnot because you are not there yet. Give that some thought. I hope you learned from that. If you curse somebody, you're only doing it to yourself. We're a collective. Bless your brother, bless your sister first, that it may come back to you tenfold, baby. Okay. You're probably joking. I see the smiley face, the happy face, the laughing face. I get it, but I'm just saying, it's all love. It's all love. But I speak clearly and from the heart. Okay. Zarna, I'm so sorry. Okay, Aryan, what does he think of you? So let me take a look at your energies, his energies, and the energy of the connection itself. So on your end, King of Cups, Five of Wands, and the reverse Knight of Swords. I can already tell you it feels like you're listening to other people's opinions or something. Why are you listening to other people? Only listen to yourself. Don't invite other people into your connections, okay, or into your relationship. You could be having the conversation with friends and things like that. Stop all of that. The Knight of Swords, I think you might be feeling impulses, or you're being a little impulsive. Maybe you want to reach out. Maybe you want to take action. Maybe you feel like you have to do something. You don't have to do anything. The person that is absolutely convinced of a particular outcome will wait for it patiently and without anxiety. Your job is to receive. You got to sit back and allow that to come in. Okay? You might find yourself going back and forth with that King of Swords between being in a better place emotionally and more relaxed about things, and then feeling like you want to be impulsive, like you want to take action. Really cultivate that King of Cups energy in terms of just being calm, being focused on self. Okay. On his end, he's got the Moon, he's got the Ace of Swords, and he has the Hangman. He's got a lot more learning from this connection to do than you do. Also, the Page of Swords, he might be checking you out online. He might be, somehow tapping in, tuning in, even if he's just thinking about you. I do see that. This guy seems to spend a lot of time in his mind, analysis, rational thinking, maybe he's also kind of hoping on or waiting for you to initiate some of that communication, or he's waiting on some kind of something like a breakthrough kind of moment in his own head. Through his analysis, through his thinking, he could be just waiting for his aha moment to come in, because he's doing shadow work, he's doing self-reflection work. There are things within his own subconscious that may be slowly coming to light for him around his feelings. He's very much he's going through his process. He's very much looking at things with the Hangman here from different angles and different directions. He's doing typical man stuff. He's thinking through things, really. That's what he's doing. Real face. You're kidding. Oh, God bless you, dear. May your readings get millions of views. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear. And may you get millions of dollars. You love the way you convey the messages? Good. Thank you, real face. Zarna, you should absolutely wait for him to approach. Your job is to receive. Your job is to receive. You're worthy of that. And from a manifestation perspective, you have to feel worthy, and you have to I'm not saying sit around and wait. There's always some action that needs to be taken, but as it relates to this connection in particular, you need to fall back a little bit. Absolutely, Zarna. I try to read everybody. Do you know that I have been online now for 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 36 seconds, and I'm still here? I really love this. I really love these readings. When I'm on, I'm on. You should definitely wait for him to approach, though. He might be checking for you, like I said. He might. This Page of Swords is a funny card for me. It can be read in so many ways. I think that in today's world, there's some social media aspect, to the Page of Swords. I enjoy that card. I just find it funny. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that's where he's at. Okay. Now, as for the energy of the relationship, I see the Two of Cups in reverse. I see the Eight of Pentacles. I see the Ace of Cups. I see the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of emotion in this connection still. Okay. Like there's your energy, the partner's energy, then there's the energy of the actual relationship, the energy of the connection. Okay. There's still a lot of love here, I think. There's also some apathy, some kind of like, like just because there's a lot of cups and a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling, doesn't mean that there's any passion. Okay. This is different. Like I'm not seeing wands here. Wands is like that fiery passion that you want to get into something. You want to take action. You want to do some work to make it work. Okay. I'm not seeing any wands here. I'm seeing Eight of Pentacles. It's possible that this relationship experienced like a lot of cycles. Like you guys have reached some level of mastery with each other or within this relationship. Perhaps all the learning that needed to be had already took place. Okay. It could be a time to cultivate with the Two of Cups here and the Ace of Cups. I'm reading that as maybe some love or self too as well. Okay. There's still some love here. There isn't anything in this spread that gives me a hard, definite yes or no, green light, red light. I'm not seeing that. It's kind of like in limbo at the moment. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. He thinks of you for sure. There's feelings here for sure. I mean, that was your question, that's been answered. It's just in limbo. I'm not really seeing any traction forward. I'm not seeing, it's just kind of in limbo. Give him time. He's going through his process. Definitely wait for him to contact you. I hope that was helpful, Zarna. Thank you for tuning in. All right, JC, you're next. After JC, John Doe, I see that you said thank you, but oh, I'm sorry. What challenges are coming your way? Okay. So John Doe, you're after JC. JC, I'm reading you now. I'm going to pull a card for you. So this is a general reading, JC? No. What's coming up for the rest of the year? Okay, JC, I saw your question. So what's coming up for you for the rest of the year? So October's pretty much over. So let's take a look at what's happening in the next, 2 months roughly. Oh, you got to let go of something. Maybe you're reminiscing on the past. It could be love related. It could be good old times, childhood, something here needs to be let go because it's not serving you. Okay. With the devil here, there could be some codependency, attachments, could be limited thinking, negative thinking. I need a drink, guys. 2 hours, 42 minutes. 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands. Are you hanging on to, I see King of Pentacles, but it is in the reverse. Something's definitely over. Is there something you're hanging on to? It doesn't even have to be a person. It could be like a failed business type of thing. It could be a person. You could be something from the past you're holding on to that you need to let go of. All right, with the 5 of Cups, you need to really focus on what's working as opposed to what's not. And more importantly, with the 5 of Cups, it's also about taking action to actually get yourself out of that energy of being stuck, of being neither here nor there. It's about like going back to town. It's about reconnecting with people. It's about, making the effort, the attempt, okay, to get yourself back to a better place, because otherwise you're going to continue to kind of dwell in that number 5 energy. And with the 5 of Swords, it's only going to bring you, it's kind of like, a battle, no clear winners kind of an energy. Okay. It's not where you want to be. There's no resolution. There's no movement forward. Okay. And with the 8 of Wands here, you want to allow yourself to get to that point of transformation, of change. It seems like you're going to get there eventually, but you need to do some of that work. You need to choose to let go. Okay. You need to choose to move forward. Zarna, really helpful. You're so welcome. Thank you. You have a nice day as well. Diana, yes, you can get a reading. Absolutely. Please share the live and drop your question in the comments. Kaylin, thank you. That is helpful. You're so welcome, Kaylin. So, JC, is there anywhere in particular you want me to focus in this reading? For the rest of the year, this is what I'm seeing. You're going to do some work, internal work. You're going to let shit go. Excuse my French. And you're going to reach that point of a transformation or a change. With the 9 of Wands, this process will be draining you. You'll be very tired as a result, for sure. You'll be feeling overburdened. You're going to have to spend some time with this winter focused on yourself and resting physically, spiritually, mentally. Something here is out of balance. You could, this whole process, this whole experience could be as a result of some kind of karma, something you need to, burn off, if you will, from another lifetime, something that you need to address within this lifetime. Something here is out of balance. Yeah, 2 of Swords, make sure you reconnect with your intuition. There's, the intuition is not thinking about the past. The intuition is connecting with like those downloads, that information, those intuitive hits that we're getting that very much speak to the present and can help us get to where we want to be in the future. That's the whole point of being inspired. Okay. I don't see a response, JC, but I hope that that's helpful for you. Okay. 4 of Pentacles also in the reverse. Don't be afraid to open yourself back up when you're ready, okay, to experiences, especially investing in yourself, okay, spending those coins on yourself. That's what I see for you for the rest of the year. Neil, welcome. I'm kind of reading people as they come in, and I've got 1 in front of you at this time, okay? Deanna, yes, you're next. You want to know what the future is with the guy you're previously attached to? Sure. Just give me 1 second and we will get started. Neil, hi to you. I don't know what you mean by they cursed us and now it's broke. I don't know if you want to expand on that or not. If you want a general reading, I'm happy to provide that. If you have a specific question, please drop it in the comment. You are the divine wizard of love passion, okay? So I'm assuming that somebody cursed y'all's relationship and now your relationship is broke or something. Okay, we can definitely look into that in just a moment. I'm going to read Deanna first and then you're up next, Neil. Make sure that you like, subscribe, please. Share the live and then we'll get going with your reading. All right, Deanna, you as well, please. Make sure to share the live in Facebook and like the page. They etched black magic into the lands of the earth and into your cities. Okay, it looks like they did a lot. Let's take a look at that in a moment, okay? All right, Deanna, what is the future of the guy you're previously attached to? Okay, so there's definitely potential here, okay? There might be some like peaks and valleys, okay? Oh, John. Oh my gosh, John, I'm so sorry. Let me get through this one and I'll get right to you. I'm sorry, I skipped you. Oh my gosh. My apologies for that, John. Yes, you are next. I'm so sorry. I really am. Challenges for you. What are your challenges? Got you. I already tapped into Deanna. Let me finish this reading for Deanna. Deanna with the King of Wands. I think this person is probably represented by this King of Wands energy, passionate person, creative person, spiritual. This person is not thinking marriage at this time, that's for sure. Okay, and 6 of Wands in the reverse. I don't get the sense that you're feeling that this relationship is necessarily going anywhere, or it's kind of like in some kind of stagnancy, it's just stagnant, maybe. However, that could change. Or maybe you feel like somehow he failed you or you failed yourself or the relationship somehow failed or something, I do see potential in the relationship, okay? It's just not going maybe in the direction that you intended it to or he intended it to, at least not right now. It's an underdeveloped energy, so it's not like a flat out no. It just means that it could take some time for that to develop, okay? There's no kind of contract cementing this like marriage thing necessarily in place. If you're currently married, it could feel like you're not married, or you could be kind of like, walking away from that kind of energy almost. But I do see movement, like I said, with the chariot and then with the world. These are major arcana, these are life lessons. These are things that you guys are supposed to be learning through each other, with each other, okay? So there's some sort of decision making. Maybe something has to be decided on. Maybe something was decided on, and now it's time to actually put the action behind it. It's time to actually move in that direction of that decision, okay? Because that's going to bring about this new cycle, this new world, literally, okay? This new experience. And it's going to bring in like a fiery new start, or like a passion, like a resurgence, like it's like a breakthrough moment, okay? It's going to bring something. And you've got the Eight of Wands. That's another confirmation. A lot of transformation, a lot of change as a result of moving forward, okay? And actioning those decisions. I hope that that was helpful. That is what I'm seeing for the near future with this guy previously attached to. Now, if you are not trying to rekindle things with this person, we could be talking about moving forward in the direction of a new connection altogether. Okay. All right, John, you're next. And then Leo. I'm so sorry. I did skip John. That was my fault. I think I skipped him once or twice. All right. John, you want to know, I'm just scrolling back to your question. So your question is, what challenges are coming your way? All right, so let's take a look at what's happening. You're so welcome, Deanna. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Six of Cups, Queen of Cups in reverse, Empress in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, Devil in reverse. All right, you got a lot of work to do, it looks like, John. I wouldn't necessarily look at these as challenges, but rather as opportunities, all right? With the Six of Cups here, you could be either needing to walk away from something, or kind of like just disconnecting is what I'm hearing. Disconnecting, cutting ties, something with the past. There's no point in reminiscing on the past. It's not going to serve you. This could also be speaking to a past connection. So it could be a person. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a situation. Doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, when I say connections, it could be like family, friends. But in doing so, you're going to spend time to self. You're going to spend a lot of time. I mean, there's 3 strong feminine cards here. You might need to do a little bit of work around your feminine energy. Okay. So really paying attention to your own needs, your self-care needs, paying attention to your own intuitive hits, the messages that you are receiving. Queen of Swords is a very cool, calm, collected kind of energy. Okay. So when I say feminine energy and self-care and all this stuff, this isn't some like super, floral kind of energy necessarily. The Queen of Swords is a very fair person, cool, calm, and collected, like I just said, analyzing things, taking her time to make those decisions. But she is very much a forward-facing, above all else. I think of all the queens, she is the most forward-facing queen. Okay, she's very self-directed. All right, she's gonna do what she needs to do. So there's like almost like a calculating kind of energy with the Queen of Swords. Okay, because you've got the Devil here in the reverse. With the releasing, this is good, and it seems like this process in in reconnecting with some of the guidance that your own internal femme could provide you, and balancing the two, okay, could help you get over things and release a lot of things. It could be emotional things. I get the sense it's more emotional with the Devil here. It's like releasing, could be attachments, could be self-limiting beliefs, it could be bad habits, could be addictions, could be anything. It's having, after having done all this work internally, it's being able to finally, all right, and completely release that, completely cut that off, that process is going to leave you tired. Okay. But it's also going to leave you renewed in the sense that nine, the number nine, is a number of completion and closing of cycles. Okay. So you're gonna you're gonna make your way. You're gonna pull your way through this. I see progression from the number six here, these major arcana, these lessons, to the nine. Okay, this is a closing of a cycle for you. You might feel really burdened and tired, but after that will come new cycles. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing in terms of challenges for you. Like I said, I wouldn't even look at them as challenges, but rather as opportunities. And I'm hoping that that was helpful for you, John. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Neil. Gina, thank you for joining. Neil came in before you, I believe. Yep. I did not see your question. I have to scroll back on these comments. Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm not seeing your comment specifically, Gina. My apologies. If you could please. Neil, you're saying Gina's next? Okay. I see your comment have coming in as before Gina's, but that's okay. We can go ahead and read Gina. That's fine. Oh, Gina, I see your comment. Okay, so what's coming towards you in love soon? Okay. Let's go ahead and read you, Gina. Yes, Neil. Thank you. I see. I saw it late, but I saw it. Like, she wants to know what's coming. Thank you, John. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your patience. Thank you. All right, Gina. I love reading. All right, Gina. A lot of internalized energy here, okay? Chrissy, I can add you to the list. You're on the list after Neil. So I'm reading Gina, then Neil, then yourself, okay? I see you're tuning in from YouTube. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share the live. Okay, Gina. So if you're not already in this space, you should be, all right? Pouring into yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. Something here needs to be put into balance. You're already undergoing a transformative process. You will experience some kind of death and rebirth, okay? So what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling is a definite change in your mindset. Something about the way you think or you approach things or do things is going to die off, so to speak, and it's going to change, and you're going to come back better as a result, okay? With the Three of Wands, you'll then be ready to actually move forward in this new direction, okay? You're going to be willing and prepared to take those steps forward. You'll have more of like that stronger internal guidance to help you through that. And you'll be able to work through any challenges. Five of Wands, because I'm seeing the Six of Wands here ultimately, and this is the card of success. It's like, yes, I got it. You know, it's also patting yourself on the back. And that's what the most important thing about this card with the Six of Wands is, not just feeling victorious. It's also saying, yes, I fucking did it. You know, I'm patting yourself in the back. Okay. Before you find your love, you have to go through this process, because what I'm not seeing here is a lot of Pentacles energy, and I'm not seeing a lot of Cups here either. Okay. In fact, with this one cup being in reverse, this is about loving yourself first before you're ready and in a position to love someone else. Because that Five of Wands here in the reverse, that Five of Wands is like an internal conflict. It's like thinking different things. Like, I'm not enough, I'm not ready, or I'm this, or what, you know, it's like internal, and I'm just giving examples. It could be any kind of internal conflict, okay? It's just something that you need to work through and something you need to release, but you will get there. Yeah, you'll definitely get there. And there's a possibility that somebody's going to come your way, okay? But first you need to embody this Knight of Wands. I'm going to bring that up there. You see that lady? She is happy. She is dancing. She's got all this fire and passion and drive. You know, for me, this is a dating card. You have to go through the dating process, so to speak, as it is today, 2023, because can be kind of out there and wild and crazy. But this is a little bit of that really fun, creative, passionate, you want to do something. It's that fiery drive to do something. You got to get out there. You have to date. Okay. And with this Knight of Swords, it's an underdeveloped energy. So this could be a ways off. It could be that the possibility is there, but you may need to do some work to actually manifest that, to bring your manifestation into your experience, into your reality. But that King of Swords in the reverse here tells me that it's very possible. It's very possible for you. Um, this type of energy, just to give you an idea, take what resonates, leave the rest. But I'm going to give you something to bite into, to think about, okay? To bring this man into your life. I say man, but I say that loosely, okay? It's whatever. Tarot is genderless. I'm just literally looking at the cards. I tend to default with what I see in the cards. So whoever this person is, these are the qualities that they embody. A very fair kind of quality, a very decisive quality, a leadership quality, a decision followed by action kind of quality, an analytical, rational, very grounded in the sense that this is a king. This isn't a punk page. Don't get me wrong, I love my pages. This isn't a knight. This is a king. Okay, this is an older man or person. This is a more settled energy. Okay, mature energy. So if this resonates and that's kind of like what you envision for yourself or the kind of partner you want in your life, go ahead and really sink your teeth into that, latch onto that, and focus on that and bring it into your experience. Okay. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, Gina, I hope that was helpful. So, Neil, you're next. You're saying you can have my spot. Who can have your spot, Neil? Chrissy or Sasha? Because it's you, Neil, then Chrissy, then Sasha. What do you want to do, Neil? Oh, you're going to leave, Neil. Okay. So I will read you, Neil. You don't have to be online for me to read you. Thank you for your comments. Check my next live. I will read you after I read the two that are currently on. Okay. So it's Chrissy followed by Sasha. And at this point, I think I will close. I've been live for 3 hours, 1 minute, 33 seconds. All right. I do love this though. Okay. So Chrissy, who is coming towards me in love? So who? So you want the qualities of this person if there's someone coming. Okay. Let's take a quick look at that. Yes, I'll show you my last person. Oh, it's funny. King of Swords came back. Four of Cups came back. Or is Temperance is in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. So, are you ready? Are you in the right emotional, mental frame, mindset, if you will, for a partnership, for a relationship? Because, like, I'm feeling like you might not feel very patient sometimes. It doesn't look like you want to date. It doesn't look like you're out there or like just trying to really embody that passion and like that attractive, kind of allure, or maybe you switch on and off with yourself. Four of Cups, a little bit of apathy there. I mean, Page of Swords, you may or may not be online. You should be online, it looks like, but you got this King of Swords. So you're also maybe spending some time really thinking through this, really considering what this person could be for you, what they could be bringing in. But I do see potential here with the Ace of Pentacles. It seems like you might be bringing yourself out of any funkiness, okay, at some point. After having done some work, after having reconnected with your intuition, after having tried to look at the situation from different angles, yeah, there's a potential here. I'm not seeing anything that says for sure, no, it's not happening. And anything and everything is possible at all times, but you've got this Three of Pentacles. You might want to reach out to friends. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, there's always that potential of being introduced to somebody through somebody that we know. This is very much like a networking kind of energy. It's very much like, you know, I wouldn't say necessarily blind date, but it's like friends facilitating a connection with someone that they know. It's like a, someone that knows someone kind of energy. Let me draw some more cards for you and pull some from the Oracle too around soulmates. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. I get the sense that, again, it's very possible. It's something that you want. I think you do have some clarity around that. I think you're clear on what you want or the kind of partnership you want, but maybe just not necessarily really putting yourself out there and taking some of those actions, inspired actions to be able to get what it is that you want. Ten of Pentacles, kind of like the ultimate happy family card. This is more about the end game, okay? The long-term end game. You got the Wheel here also in reverse. So like a slower start to getting what it is that you desire. And there's Eight of Swords here. So again, I feel like it's like you're not really you're not facing yourself in the mirror. There might be some work that you need to do internally before you're fully prepared. I'm pulling sunglasses, mirror, and engagement ring. Again, yeah, definitely engagement ring, partnership, commitment, completion. It's definitely there. It's definitely possible for you, but you have to do some of that mirror work. I mean, we just talked about that. There's a mirror here with the Eight of Swords. There's a mirror here, okay? Self-image, relationships reflecting our wounds, introspection. So again, doing some of that internal work to get ready for this connection. And the sunglasses, watching, looking, focusing out, perception, take off the shades and look at things for what they really are. That's kind of how I'm reading this. So it looks like you might need to do a little bit more work internally to prepare yourself and get yourself ready for that connection. I hope that that was helpful. Okay. Sasha, I'm going to read you. And then Neil, who left his energy signature. He's so kind. And then I'm done. I'm going to close after more than 3 hours. All right, Sasha. So did I see your question? Let's see. I don't think you dropped a question, did you? Hey, Sasha, I didn't actually even see a question. I don't know if maybe you're just wanting a general reading, so I can go ahead and move forward with that. Or if you're still online, are you online? Okay, gotcha. Any personal message from your spirit guides? Okay, sure. Okay, if you have, this came to mind, if you have Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, or Leo in your big three, anywhere in your big three, just know that the last couple of years have been rough. And that's going to kind of culminate now this Saturday or whatever October 28th is. And afterwards, it's going to bring a lot of fruition, a lot of positivity to the individuals that have these signs in the big three. If that doesn't apply to you, all signs are still going to experience some major changes as a result of this partial lunar eclipse in Taurus that's coming up this week. So just something to think about. And I mention that because I'm seeing the moon in so many polls tonight. The message is just resounding, really. But as for any personal messages from spirit guides, like that hit me just now intuitively. Also, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Moon in reverse, Death and Rebirth, and Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing some kind of shadow work, or you should be doing some kind of shadow work. introspective work. Okay. There might be information from deep within yourself that needs to come to the surface so that you can then either choose to work on it, or use it to develop yourself some way, somehow, and to expand yourself. All right. With the moon in the reverse, these are the moon has kind of like the same meaning, upright or reverse, but with reverse, it's just like even heavier. It's like an exclamation point in a spread. Okay. It's something that really needs to be focused on. That Queen of Swords energy in reverse is also going to serve you as you spend the needed time just thinking through things, analyzing things. It's a very fair and balanced energy. Okay. And it's also a very future facing energy. You're doing some soul searching. Yeah, keep at it. Okay. Because something is going to come forward for you that you're going to want to take action on. Okay. You're going to feel prepared and ready to do that because this is going to bring you this level of transformation that you may or may not be seeking, but you're certainly prepared for. Okay. With that death and rebirth. And the outcome of that is really releasing a lot of what the Five of Pentacles represents with negative self-limiting beliefs. It's like that inner critic, self-sabotage, okay, which can be it's just so prevalent, I think, across my generation anyway. All right. And seems to be a very big hang up for a lot of people, doubting ourselves. This kind of energy is just not serving. And that is going to be the result of all of this internal work, and this soul searching is releasing that, because that's going to allow you to move forward. Okay. You're saying, yep, that's me. Yeah. Yeah. This is a very positive. Okay. It's going to be painful. Sometimes working with the moon or doing that internal work, that shadow work can be painful. Okay. But with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you could be really embodying being comfortable with who you are and where you are. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is like a solitary kind of energy. It's also in the reverse speaking to celebrating all of your accomplishments. It speaks to really allowing yourself to acknowledge, okay, your accomplishments, your growth. All right. And to really even revel in that, just really embrace that and integrate it into your being. Okay. So I'm hoping that that's helpful, Sasha. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, Yell Ra Unique. I actually closed the list. Sasha, you're saying you hope to see some growth because you're literally stuck. Yeah, I hope so too, and I think you will. There's a lot that's going to be changing with this partial lunar eclipse in Taurus towards the end of the week. Yelra Unique, I'll go ahead and I'll read you real quick, just because it seems like you're the last person that joined the live. The live is starting to kind of die down. Go ahead and subscribe, please, to the channel. I see that you're tuning in from YouTube. But yes, you will be the absolute last person I read, because I've been online. I've been live now 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 7 seconds. Sasha, you're so welcome. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Yalra. Yes, you're so welcome as well. All right. So did you have a specific question in mind, or is this a general reading? Because I'm seeing death and rebirth in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing Eight of Cups in the reverse. I'm seeing the Magician in the reverse. So a lot of all of this reads to me like being very tired. Okay. Having gone through a lot, maybe, and there's a lot of life lessons to be learned here, a lot to grow from, to grow as a result of some of this. So with the death and rebirth card here in the reverse, you may have recently underwent something painful, something that ended, okay? Or you could be somewhat resisting to that, that kind of experience. But you have, I see the Two of Pentacles, and I pulled a clarification card. I'm also seeing the Two of Wands. This is a time for you to make some decisions, okay? There's some planning that will be needed. there's also like a level of patience. I'm feeling like you've been patient, or maybe the reading is that you need to cultivate a little bit more patience. All right. But you might be finding yourself weighing those pros and cons to a specific, decision or situation, or just where you are in your life at this time. Okay. But you need to move forward with that. You need to make a decision so that you can move forward. With the Eight of Cups here in reverse, this much very this being a card of discernment, okay? With the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is the kind of energy where you need to be okay with moving on from something, even if there's nothing really wrong with it, just because you know that there's better for you or you want better for yourself, okay? And it takes a lot of thinking, and you have to be in the right emotional state for that. You're saying yes, an ending that's kind of been dragging on. Yeah, I do see that, but I think it's been dragging on because you've been letting it drag on. Like, there's some resistance here to allowing this situation or this thing to die off so that you can have a rebirth. You might be patiently waiting for your ships to come in. That's usually the message around that Two of Wands. It's you are looking out beyond, but you're just not taking the action. So it's very mental. It's also very emotional with the Eight of Cups. These cups read, or these cards, I'm sorry, read very similarly. So even if things aren't, I think what people do is they either wait for things to be so incredibly bad, or they wait for things to kind of happen to them that forces them forward and in a new direction. Whereas the Eight of Cups is the kind of energy that basically says, you know what? You don't have to wait for things to hit rock bottom to be able to move from them. With that Magician here in the reverse, you may not feel like you have everything you need to be able to move forward, but you absolutely do. And like I said, it just feels like it's very tiring, or you are tired with that Nine of Wands. You feel at some point, if you don't already feel it, you might feel that this is a burden on you. Okay. With the High Priestess, this is a very intuitive card. It's about going inward. Again, the Magician, inward, having everything that you need to be able to make those decisions, to be able to move forward. The High Priestess in particular is also a very beautiful card around the energy of a woman. It's this energy, this archetype, it's very intuitive, and it's also very understanding of everything that goes into that journey and that experience of being a woman. Now, you don't have to be a woman for this to apply. What I'm saying is that it's a very feminine energy. It's looking within, okay, and cultivating more of that divine feminine kind of energy. All right. And the Knight of Pentacles, there's some movement here, but it's going to be very slow. Okay. But the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all knights. But it is a slow and steady movement. So you will, it looks like, be walking away from this situation or this person. It looks like you will, but there's going to be this long, kind of lengthy process around it. Okay. But I do see with the High Priestess, now I'm getting more clarification with this right next to it. There's some sort of reconciliation here. There's some sort of, let me connect to my feelings, my inner intuition and my inner guidance, and let me go ahead then and be able to move forward. And that's what that Knight of Pentacles here represents. So that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that was helpful, that resonated. Please go ahead and make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next live. Thank you for tuning in. And so this is now closed. I'm going to go ahead and read Neil, who, poor thing, kept giving up his spot and then had to go. So Neil, I don't know if you actually mentioned, I don't know if you actually dropped a question. You explained a situation. And then you gave a number of other viewers guidance, which is lovely guidance. And Neil, Yeah, Neil, I didn't see a specific. Thank you, Yelra. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So this is closed. Whoever is watching, this is closed. I'm just going to read one more person, and then I'm getting off after 3 hours, 18 minutes, 33 seconds. All right. I am so appreciative, though. I'm so grateful for everyone that tuned in. That kept me going for over 3 hours. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I really do love this work. So thank you. All right, Neil, I'm going to give you a kind of like a general reading. See where you are. Man, I'm seeing a lot of kind of like the same energies for the collective in general. Neil, I definitely, I see Queen of Swords in reverse, 10 of Swords. I see 9 of Pentacles. I see Ace of Cups in the reverse. I'm going to pull one more. I see the 3 of Wands. Got representation of all of the suits. I think that this is a balanced pull. Okay. And the Terran blog, this reading is actually closed. So sorry. I do hope that you catch the next live. I do have to cut it off. I've been online for almost 3.5 hours. I'm actually just reading my last person now, but I try to go live a few times a week. I see that you're checking in from YouTube. Please subscribe, hit the bell button so that as soon as I go live next, you will get the notification. And what I'd like you to do is go ahead and drop your question anyway into the comment. And once I refresh and get back on the next live, you will be the first person I read, whether you're online or not. So please go ahead and drop your question in the comment. I will make sure to write it down, and I will read you first thing when I go live again next. Because going on 3.5 hours here, I don't think I can do much readings for much longer for today. Thank you for your understanding. Okay. Neil, I was just saying, this is a balanced spread, okay, with the representation of 4 suites. 4 suits. I like to say suites. I do think that you are generally someone that has done the work. I think you also walk the talk. I'm not saying you have a perfect life, but it seems like you certainly give to others and you pour into yourself. In giving, you also give to yourself. In giving to yourself, you also give to other. Like that, just the energy that I feel is that generally it can be quite balanced. Even if you don't believe in yourself, you tend to have an impact on others, whether you are aware of it or not. You might spend some time to self, like I said, doing the work. Okay. You might be a charming person. You might be someone that loves life or loves the process of, right, experiencing things. That Ace of Wands here in the reverse, like I said, a creative, someone that knows self, someone that you might even have, I don't know, I hear art. Do you do art? Do you like art? You just seem knowledgeable and balanced. What is it that's keeping you up at night? Maybe there's something here. Could be love related. Maybe something didn't work out. It's definitely love related. What's going on, Neil? You've got the Lovers in reverse. You got Hierophant in reverse. Are you single, Neil? Seems like you're single, especially with that 9 of Pentacles energy right here too. Okay. And that Ace of Cups, you continue to do the work. You continue to pour into yourself, and that's beautiful. And you have the 3 of Wands. You're ready to move forward, but it looks like if you are in fact concerned with or focused on love, it seems like that may be what's missing. Oh yeah, 10 of Cups. This is dead on what's going on. Okay. I think you can achieve it. You absolutely can. You've got 10. You've got a 10. You might be closing out a cycle currently with that 10 of Swords. This is the darkest hour, okay, before the dawn. All right. This could be related to what it is you were telling me. I got to scroll back to your comments because I don't remember exactly what you said. You said something about some work having been done to you, or you having been on the receiving end. You said they cursed us and now it's broke or something. You're the divine wizard of love, passion, or you said they etched black magic into the lands of the earth in your cities, but you broke the curse over the collective. So I'm not sure if you're speaking about your experience particularly, but this could be what you've been working on, but what you're still lacking or missing. Okay. You can definitely achieve it. You will achieve it. Like I was just saying, the 10 of Swords, this is the darkest hour before the dawn. This is, things that it's worse before it turns around and before you're able to redirect yourself energetically to achieve and to manifest what it is that you want here with the 10 of Cups. You will achieve it. There's a transformative process with the 8 of Wands that needs to take place. The love as well, that connection, that encounter could also initiate a transformative process. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles here, there's definitely potential around this connection when you do find it. I don't feel that the person's here yet because of that 9 of Pentacles, because the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and you're pulling into yourself. You're pouring into yourself. But the 3 of Wands, you're ready. You're ready. Continue to envision it. Continue to embody it. Continue to feel it. Continue to cultivate it. Continue to pour into others, like I was just saying you do. Okay, give to others, because in doing so, you're giving to yourself. The universe is going to give back to you, and you are going to achieve this really great, powerful, transformative love. There's no doubt about it. I wish you the best, Neil. I know you're not online anymore, but I wanted to go ahead and read you so that hopefully you check out this live, or in the next one, I can let you know I read you and you can come check out this recording. Bonnie, thank you for tuning in. I see you're coming in on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell button so that you are you're notified of my next live. I try to do these, 2-3 times a week. Generally around, starting 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm in on the East Coast, USA. And I started a little later tonight, but I've been on for 3 hours and a half. I have to get off. I stayed on this long because I love this work. I really do. What I'd like you to do, Bonnie, leave your question in the comments. As soon as I get back on the next time, you'll be notified if you, subscribe. But whether you're on or not, I will read you. You've already left your energy signature here in the chat. So if you want to do that, go ahead and drop your question in the comments. I will read you first thing in the next live. Same with you, the Taryn Preet blog. I didn't catch your name. I'm going to block that spammer, Tarot Destroyer. Oh my gosh. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and log off. Thank you all so much for tuning into the live. I'm so incredibly grateful. Thank you. Thank you. You all have a good night or a good day, wherever you're, tuning in from. Bye-bye.